for say yen kan cho say be te ana to woni ne so a wonom aba so tenete wo bi a pese woni tabi am woni ayi kokko adana ebran wo say wo akire ne nyina no wo hyeda hunu ye woni so enso ayo bisiribisira wodro no ewe ko aye ABA Herbal clinic na so akwa wo jiwe nya say be adro no ye di gu woni so na mo makwa ko fa asema batabi ya mo wodro yan kase dem na fe wonom ama akori patwa no mo na akwa ni patwa no mo so tuma we your banana strap pace and I say disorders ebia wo fa and besa chocho aye stroke and besa ba we your bama prostate mentwen ema enlargement and so man's our kidney and it just nyadwa wo do ni nyina no obekọ aye sofro asta ho we your djuma kwara so dwuna say me market echo no ma pe and biam no obekọ domain Beneza preschool wo ben ho enche enkran branch no ye bie number no aye 0541565199 just on panfo no ensom enkasa
yenrem our Alaska Star Enterprise anu pay na fe yempe ye wo paper se de be di dwuma se ne wo paper ana wo pe dia Alaska ana do ani enso ebeche blind curtains ana fe ye ka ene PVC floor tiles obi a o pe sofa cover ni nyina wo de bi aba ne borom e for me ka say emanfo enso abochenku wadum ho ye ne boss 7 building ede ye no hwe Accra Circle tiptoe lane ho onsa ebeka Alaska 0554114878 na Alaska enso na din komotabia nro no ewa dwama so ye wotabia herbal mixture enu ya 3D malaria draw unya bi na anoma se awo atiagu so anaso onum ana ya onwono aduane enye wakona ode pedro bi eno ebekoye ede amount na fe tabia ba mixture no se woanum awiama malaria ne kono sisia de nso ewowa wo de capsule si ebeto akire obenum amana yu sisi mama manyina ede afio na tabia takum no etimi amwo badwuma pusunyaka wo badwuma ye ewo mpam ye ze wo be matinka sonko ana won sabe ka bra wo botabia nre 0243686861 na fe wanum bi na no ma kama enso madiama ye du tu kwan a ye Secops Connect Limited o madaroma wo mo connect o adwa konkofo enkroso enano pe Europe na besoko Asia, North America, US of na Canada emontenso ana ado ani cha ni nyina no Secops Connect Limited wo mo adaroma wo mo na do enso na tu kwa adwuma na abese ne wo call na wo kwa se wo ye driver ana se wo ye mercy ni obi a wono so aye ene wo da ni jine 2-in-1 ubodi mienu boma enemu yare ni nyina ebeyi ede afiwo atiamanti anu ahye no so dia mame na man capsules no eno aye memedro bema bia wa mre ewo mpam no nya bia ebedi wasem ede amount yewi ahindi Herbal mixture no aye blood pressure and ase bia diabetes bi how drink akra bia na fe so pe edro bi na fe wanom 0246348334 na wadu nkomo ene anope ewo yedwumadie so ewo midimafo a na Dr. Time da so na daroma na Dr. Samin control say Dear, and it says a new team na yari no say stroke and zembia eyo prostate and a problem no and so abama ni nyina no oba na afi oba akwanya ho say ya modro na dro no ode mraba to so no ntini e fe no Dr. Time era so wode emre to so ache zembia stroke eye na watwemi ansa anan bia bosumi mienu ni nyina nso na be free sexual weakness yi doctor ebebo awon asem na ye din enso na dia mo ode no eye medimafo no Dr. Time that's where Buakwa Agugu School Junction on a doctor at Nasu Kumasi Akran so o Poku Ase Mayera 0244774282 na wadu nkomo bibia be kama enso madiama seahorse otraku coolant eno enie se wo ka no uyisu na se engine de bia mekan ofansuo bia na wo dia gumus abulansuo bi anopai wasese bia gumu a na no no ema o ka engine ade ba ko a ebetimi ama na to no se entimi nante ema ka ne enfili overheat ebeche no ama wanhwa washi gasket na the woman say eno na me kamfo si wo so traku coolant no ade ama say use no na fe enkuli down wo ka engine every time also be start engine na fe wo de ka ya nante me ka say omo chi trotrom na fe private car cars I would do more and so to tracks I would do free ako wagadugu and I feel di free and so eko piemu our paga a kwan way pa nina no mu su bi mfama kai na M1 0544133116 na friend number na nso aji si was na fe enuama enye kama mfama na ye remo semens vital bamistan capsules akan edrowe anu oshipa na bema de esa woto sem ya ju tum se ne wo bema mu bema bia ya na jam why mre 2 minutes na ja wote enfifre na afe ohunum ntutuo ya de body akra to anu etimi ben ma ne ye ni nyina ne se wo brepa nsa na bia ba kokra watimi akwa wie anwodem e wo forma droy ye freno ene semens vital bamistan and capsules no esaya stratica e wo adwuma fu to ase wo ba for me entini mu etetwe wa ni nyina no wo de abo adra bia beboa oto adra ni bia fa doctor 0240616061 na on a doctor adin komo natural company limited na and some ya nyina bema say wo donso a ya wote ya wa ti ha otunso na emu pa mienu zambia ba ko north ba ko south na dia wota kan so we de nyame aboa mi o me be wontafo ani da bi enen ntafo ko efa so no na we ne yare bi na I how eno eye prostate no yade eno nti na de proslaf capsules ade aba onuma ebeboa ama odunso no se de odunso tentem ni nyina be free o ana afa true man capsules wo be se wo ye bema emua na wo ye bema me eje so se wo bema eno true man capsules anu na anya bia ebema mema yo ayeye ede ama ana afa Congo ointment enum wona mani se bia ha oni pedua o de fa Congo yi ensom na sira so ebeboa 0249017101 na wadi nkoma na day na ruta no awadwoman so your ruta Mr. Ruta live and afa your ruta tonic na dre 31 the bia na adwuma nko na ruta Mr. no se malaria chill obo wa mikesa wate egunu so anope ontimi sorry from pem so mankodai no mo mpe ruta Mr. Kacho mo se wo mo du pharmacy wo nka ruta Mr. Ruta dro na afa wo mo mpe bi mro onum ya bon se fifre free wu ama jasa malaria yi apebe bia fa ruta live no moja entimi ne afusane wo na ne wonsam wontini no moja entimi mfam ama onan ene wonsata ya titiriti ya wadrom ye ruta live ruta tonic no eno so typhoid fever ebeko 0244485632 adre o makodanu fo na asem bia wo yo pemfo akrani ni mfe dumienu ama ni bia enye ye Pasco Herbal capsules no ana me kan go say we live an de bia breboy ye kan wasem say de betimi aboa ama brebo no aye ene brebo a emfa problem ma ho ene say obebo Pasco Herbal capsules num bia ebebo amienu anopa mienu anyumre koso na nonnom empanimfo na modi 60 e konadre ensom na boa emama pomodin ye pa enti adre ye kanfo obetimi afre apebi ato 0557453579 na wadi nkoma na no pe na Imulate Herbal supplement no ana me kanfo ya ma say Imulate no eno eye immune system booster say awutie me kanfo amaya ma me no ma moya adwuma ewa awia me kase mo gina awia so ewa keti amakola nom ana afe baby eton anuama bia ma me foi obi nso a wo gina jan wo ye adwuma ejan ho adwuma ana afe omo gina awia mu enso mo ye adwuma me kase police officers yi mo direct traffic mo gina mu a ni gina no du fia na pomden enso nsam akoya bibia ho bo adrabi onum ade tia obo se anwode asaya sonko kra ede amakantanka ana ehwehwemu de adro abanti wa onim adro no anu ahyepa pemie na fe enno baby ato adro bia no obenya bia to high sense adaroma high sense wo mo ya adwuma na de wo mne se ele ope television so pa ewi ase nyina wo mne di kan de bi aba na se okwaje de ball ho out mi se yes nie mo amo cinema sa wo de wo mutimi kwaje bi ede di mo dwuma ana fe mo amo pe washing machine air condition mo amo and we am a so kitchen say microwave nom and a blender rice cookers ni nyina no ya de bi enso na ba chese ne ubetimi abeji bie na yen so rooms ne de na no pe non do aboy de ya bie awo ba bia mo am won kan kuma se mo am tachiman ana afa sunya nyina no mo betimi abo ade awura yen so room ho 0302550000 na fe wedding koma ye kwa mo no ne power specialist Herbal hospital ya ma me doctor akosu adua ya ni have hepatitis no say ABC and asembia we liver no na fat ajiabo so fatty liver sane ye kanom stomach ulcer and asembia fibroid obu a edaniam na obetimi am wodro wono onye operation na dro no de ma fibroid anane eno na kire say ye ma me doctor koso adua ya o wadro o Accra Kwabanyas ACP road wo e Power Hospital bus obudu a abronsan fefefe anu wom e wo Kumasi fe ya se Bosomchi road e adua ya junction mo takrari ase o rekodo e Anaji Estate ubetimi afre e 0244 544-422 na oni ama doctor akosua adua ya abonkomo ene anope fancy di Maria.
Okay, well, Yemre Amuzupi question of the day. Now Premier League table no share said ye see kwa. I'm saying 1924 ne dey so for Magia to say omonombe kono ma kwa ko bom bra no ma samba back. But omo down 18th West Ham United. Team from 16th Edebano, our 16th Albania, least at 15th, and 16th Tottenham Hotspur, Nottingham Forest at 17th, and Chester West Ham at 18th. And you say Burnley, any Wolves said you be Kono Omoko, but West Ham, Nottingham, Tottenham, Wayne, and Alfonso Beckham. I don't know ever relegated. So, which team do you predict will be relegated this season? Which team do you predict will be relegated this season? I know I have a question. I'm going to P. I say, Yemisa infection a drew. I don't know.
Well, Pedro Madina Cruz Wolves and Burnley and Nottingham Forest and relegation Ebeko Benji Fancy Syria was say West Ham United for West Ham for there womu two woman Betania Pe Umberry Ricardo Quaresma. I think Leeds United will be relegated and no a messenger or no a day about Flair Lord condemnation was Leeds United for womu Ebery Lincoln Patrick West Ham United and a relegation Ray Hazard Jr. as a West Ham for Ebeko and Ani Kunsukojo Chrome Chair Wolves and Afe Burnley and a Tottenham for Womu Ebewe and no a message or the Abakwa could dig that say a Wolves for no and a Burnley ne Tottenham Womu and a Airway Aqua relegation and a messenger or the Abanaya cast is a relegation team no West Ham for Womu de Wombeko Pa Womu Demdada and do a Diaba Parkwasi Etres and Northern Forest and Afe Burnley any Wolves for no Womu and a Ako a messenger or the about Benjamin and Ninfo was watching a show live from Winneba and watches West Ham United already relegated Womu Kodada into Omari Ogre Brown Jr. as a West Ham United alongside Burnley and have Wolves Womu Anna Eremu and some Ako Amsti Jr. as a Tottenham Womu Ebery and your message or day Ava and Anupe Bena Iman was Wolves and have Burnley for sure Womu Anna Eja Womuberry and so Ako fancy.
Well, we are quite smart to say Tottenham Hotspur joining relegation teams no and Danilo Usu say West Ham United Omo and Ebeko Wajid Jordan so say West Ham Afi Danilo Usu so say West Ham Ebeko Kra and Anukusu Kodro Kroma say Tottenham Hotspur one and Ebe joining ama 3 teams Ebeko Championship Nemo Michael Damoa Sobor Jr. and as GH was say West Ham and so Ebeko no a message Adam one so at the banana play live on the show live on YouTube Wontumi TV live no I'm sure we Jen and Afe Nkoye real quick where I say West Ham Ebeko friend Evelyn Asante and Cavity Junior say West Ham any Wolves Emi Ebeko and Afe Manuel Ahenakwa was say Express Ebeko na Kofi Kemek and so choose West Ham say Wamumpo can be also woman some other joining clubs or more a relegated quick one my family coach in my way now you call a foreign and so Emrana BW43 B70 BF5 and they 32 O's BW43 AFE DAE 27 O's.
Good.
BW43 B72 77E. Anna BW43 B73 064 17 and 11 O's respectively.
Okay.
That is the last two quotes, no. And the last one, 10 O's. BW43 B6E F3B. Okay. We could Champions League go and then so much so
yes, yeah.
The proper
Champions League na beto so.
We could be also
inshallah.
101.3 Nyaminsawo.
Week there's a week papa
and I juada.
Yeah, of course.
9th.
Of course. See you are.
Okay. Exactly. I say cool.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I say for an so chairman when I'm so chairman they don't cry they obete sana chairman so etiano no so chairman ama take it no scan work it was say 10,000 Ghana
200 take it
anko safi wa fere safi wa chairman ya mo kwa ba be say
ademi say who say appeal na me here no yan sorry kro anko ana chairman ama yen supporters no kro bia kuma frame no kro bia kuma sasa no supporters chairman Wontumi ama 200 take it see em fama mo free nyame adma Sunday
wow
em fama 30 minutes e dey na FSA e nyame adma Sunday stadium na say bomma
anya benya bia ba be hwede onya olo free
jama ba bia na management na mu dia say pa say bia oye bia no asantima sunsun na kata so na emfa nko bia pe so nsa sum bia no o abrabom okay
ye ntie chairman anka say na onfa kakra na chairman we dey akwa bana ye ntie o
yo fancy we dey me da wase pa na woni was executive sports journalists for Mokau Hunyina so they are executives. We call them their excellency.
Wontumi
excellencies in sports because Wontumi sports there and wa dabrane Wontumi nyano baby.
That's right.
Na and me ba me secretary ho lawyer Adumapia ho time kona na mete say me boss ofre me na I was say me pack me car na ja me ba be hwe me boss anim na be chia no into other room ene de me ba ne chia mu pa say me ba no ma ba chia mu na masa ba mu official pa enti official pa ne enyina na ka ho nti na amama
chema boss no ha
so fancy a 7 of you.
Chema piku kwala my boss nam say me chum ya take it nam say chairman so near freezy account e better na chairman to take it na chairman dem yan say share chairman Wontumi di ampa and say chairman shockingly am 200 take it chairman mo ye da say ebo abaso so because any obi na asante to nkra frɛ na obana say ye wura so am obi atena ye osom na asante so yo man chem say sere chairman twum di kan no ye beda wase say wa hwe kotoko ho maybe because say adana de obeso wo ye ne dachi bia so otena bi no oba ba ye koroko si wo ntiem say wo sha ase ntem na wa buru so no woni aye kokko na wo de ba ko bi so na me de pa say afinshi apa no bro nyina ye hu
ai wada roma so be ye ketu wo be ye kesi o na mpaso enti na wo se me kokko di pa foforo say ye benam so na ema memfa me hawo ma meto so nti eno enti na mo wo na madaroma aye kotoko so de ma memo ma baso.
That's right.
Eye timu a iso nyina no na amaye ni agye sabre no ye ba ne aba be hwebo a ne ye ba be fa wojinga ba bia wojinga ba bia omoye ba bia omoye amase ase no onso mo fro cars bi wo ai ahona no ojinga de odipijo ba ya na de free komase kwa Accra do bi ya no one pound no ahona no wote enti wo fa nti wo fa ne dan na chi amna kakra bi da ho gata yes enti ye de kanta afa ho but wo wura ase no ye yi no a na yes no wa pie happy so yes so a e be sorry intel ni akwakopa center line e di akwako wura enti kotoko de ama santimani age wa me ye dumunyam soso wa me ye din akwachiri ana chese oma boa yensoso ama yesoso yetimi ahunu dipa soso enti kotokwa ade mate se ese coach obabe boa yen be na otwe mienu ni nyina no metietie pa mate se so ode nesomo no abawie yes nkura shakakra be de be ma aye obia wo ba be take over bia no say on fa Manchester United asem no enya kotokasem because Manchester United dey na kotokosepa obia share red
na no ya carry ki kra de wa be
yes the obaye no wa me am fi coach na wo kodokra enti mesre players ne say players no obia anhye ne ho den momomo
anwanwa juma no you nyame wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma ansanchre ni no you nyame wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma ye bompaye shamachi shra yehuwa ilahenu yehuwa ekat we ahata et yehuwa elohika bika luvika uvika naveshika uvika miyodika tode yashak in English in the name of Jesus amen
amen salam come boy kapo say kapo chairman I feel chairman baba me akwa yes now I have the bibian so go tama taboku kasa mo send messages and ben no bia say hey wo chairman ya de pa say what me assemble yes kwa bi ko me nkwa me ho hene papa me
na guess it is so how guess no me say guess no me say how many boys this year me say guess it is say Wontumi sports
and from Wednesday na chesa midweek mu no ya wa UEFA Champions League am na ka say team sauro no nyina no wo man shase prepare na wo hwa aye series kwa aye Roma was studios na fei ana cheso ba aye ne kan say axa ho aye ba bia Liverpool fo no wo mo training session and some ari ade and also across so no ka benya Liverpool fo no wo mo some training session am me na no pay no wo mo so born live our chesania ya kan say o mo socials ni nyina so ma dia kan say training ni ade no and also across Mohamed Salah no and Chelsea Van Dijk no afei wo benya ran from back no ne Alexis McAllister o mo nyina no and some aye training na wa no and some aye axa o mo training aye center ana Chelsea o mo dwumadi a wo mo dene nyina no wo mo streaming live ama Chelsea ni pa no mo ne wo mo fans and wo mo supporters ni nyina no wo mo som anya bia resa senya me ya tuma dia tan say Liverpool for no bo tena na wo tena game o mo bo ni nyina no wo mo dia som aye early kick off ball aye 5 aye 45 anumra and some our Ghana timer ana Chelsea Galatasaray team no and some our Lisa Mianspor Kompleski ana Chelsea mo club ya from Liverpool for game no and some about so ka ya kan nyina no wonum sa no pe na Chelsea Kodano wo ma fa o mo breakfast every Saturday and perfodi kan ba shamra say the moment be obi aba na adu so ana me free na ba na me yire and some an waduane ama me and obi ama kodon ku ama me obi a Chelsea Belf bi and some ani ante aba no sa na ya na Wontumi trans and mo nkomo now the moment aba so bia no pa ya hye bia bono nso a e wo so obi aba ba duro the same time no munyina mo ba mo de baba ya dwuma na fe amani ya kan say discipline and some aya dwuma to ba many di e wo fie bra ubedru a no obedi di ɛwɔ team no wɔn nso baabi a wɔn tena siri cafeteria hɔ no ɛhɔ ana kyɛ sɛ ɔnso goalkeeper yɛfa no Salison Bakanom ɛne kyɛ sɛ akɔtɛn no a yɛfa no Jeremy Frimpong ne ade ɔmo nyinaa no nso fa wɔn breakfast anɔpɛ ansana wɔn nso akɔ ɛyɛ pɛkyerɛ so entertainment yɛbɛbɛwura mo nso ɛwɔ abira no gu so a mɛka sɛn no wɔn training session no nso agu so ɛkɔ so a wɔn de prepare ɔmo wiɛ ɛnkyɛ bia no wɔn nso abɛfly wɔn abɛkɔ Turkey ɔmo kɔduro a manager no press conference no ɛno nso abɛkɔ so na afei yɛhwɛ sɛ nyɛ bia no wɔn ne wɔn ɛna wɔn yɛ available ɛna wɔn ne wɔn ɛna kyɛsɛ nyame yɛ adum a wɔn game ɔkyena ɛba so no nyinaa no wɔn nso ntumi mu a ɛno ɛyɛ update aba yɛgu so ɔyɛ kasa ɔnsa no pɛ yi mɛbɛka kyerɛw sɛ Liverpool team no wɔn nso wɔn pɛ Inter Milan ɛbɔi no a yɛfa no sɛ Nicolo Barella ɛna Sampo ɛyɛ Morgan Gibbs White ɛno ɛyɛ obi ɔsena nkan ɛnso ɛrema club a yɛfa no sɛ Nottingham ɔmo mmienu no mɛka kyerɛw sɛ Liverpool team no se wɔn nso ɛpɛ ɔnom sɛ ne wɔn start ɛplane ɛyɛ sɛdeɛ ɔmo sama ɛnso ɛbɛsi akɔ yes nti sɛdeɛ training ɛkɔ no nyinaa no ɛno nso ɛnie na sama no a sɛ Liverpool fɔ nso ɛplane no report amensa kan sɛ player no a yɛfa no sɛ Murillo ɔnom sɛ Murillo no ɔbɔ ɛnso ɛrema Nottingham Forest no bra akwa no yɛ adwuma brutal wɔn na no yɛ kyɛ sɛ Man City nso game no na ɔmo nim so ɔmo ahyɛ wie ɔmo no Nottingham kyɛ sɛ last minute ɔmo ahyɛ wie Murillo gyina line so na afei yɛworo ba bi ofiri ba na kyɛ sɛ akwadaa no so ayi bɔɔl no nso ɛde free line so ɔno nie na Murillo no ɔsɛ ɔwɔ 23 years o unia bɛbɔ bɔɔl na kyɛ brutal na wɔtae saa no na gyamensɛ ka no sɛ Liverpool for no wɔn nso ani abere in fact wei anya first time a abasa bi a Liverpool for no say wɔn nso anya player for no sɛ Murillo wɔn nso apɛ report a menya no nyinaa no nso ɛne sɛ wɔn abasa kɔbiam ɛnɛ wokɔ ɛyɛ ne club na so yɛ a wɔn rate boy no around 70 million pounds ɛno ɛyɛ sika wɔn de ato akɔda no so na wɔn Liverpool for no nso feel sɛ wɔn nso bɛtumi ana negotiate ama price no ɛno nso aba fam kakra yɛde ɛyɛ na ho nsɛm no ensom ema na no power ntwumade no so na Liverpool fa ese akoda bi wɔyɛ midfielder ema Monaco na uko Monaco yɛ fa no Lamine Camara na Lamine Camara ensom ayo bi ade amesa ka no sa Liverpool fa no fuso so munya boy ne sam ne mo ensom ade akoda no ba eno ababoa ama kyase club ne mfimfin no wo mo som amiya ho pa onsem wo na moye na ai ana Liverpool ni midfielder ana Liverpool ni midfielder sari ade tina yɛ kase no wɔn so Monaco aboy na yɛfa no sɛ Lamine Camara ɔno ana report ano ne nsa ka no sɛ wɔn so abaso wɔn fa no ba ɛwɔ abrane ɛnam ayɛ kakra firi mu ɛnsom ade ba na report no ɛnsom awɔ show no so na ɛno wote yɛbɛkɔ Man City ɔmo so na Man City team no mena ka sɛ manager no so abɛtope na ɔmo so no bɔbɔ kɔ fa no sɛ Real Madrid ɛnsom awɔ game na match no ɛnya nkwada match kora na manager fa no sɛ Pep ana yɛ say waka twɛ no boys listen ha say baby I drew an month kama ye day a season eba na we no yes manager junior pass a decisive moment and some adama a Man City omo campaign no what I say be a Man City eba Premier League say be a Man City eba Carabao Cup and I say be a Man City eba FA Cup no eba no say UEFA Champions League as say be a Man City and some eba and I say be a City we want to win no a free Desmond and some corner and then abetire and so wokɔbɔ Madrid game no nas ankoya ne kwasɛm amomo raho ana so abobɔ na koya nso a ne kwasɛm wɔ ne gye ama buru so sansa munyanya hwɛ na manager no report amensa kan sɛ yes sir what you to say Premier League ne de enu omo nsɛm na so no agitum say Arsenal and some atum aye 7 points and some akyerɛ wa na kyerɛ Premier League title no enu omo nsɛm manager ne kan pan a kyerɛ so no agitum say na de say bi o betimi agi Premier League nyomo and be determine say bi ababa ana say bi emba yentie coach I found a Pep our brane one cast aya concede yentie no
individual as a team, and after that we have experience of that in the travel quadruples. You have to arrive in the decisive moment of the season with the players and with the position. It's a pity that for the battle for the Premier League is not in our hands, so that is a big drop in Nottingham, but don't think much. It's just, okay, now recover, go to Madrid, make a good selection, and hopefully we can behave. I'm not talking and win or lose, it's behave in the way who we are. It's always in my focus when we play in when we play in the bigger stages against big teams. It's not the one win or lose, it's be who we are as an individual, as a team, and after that you can win or lose, so you never know. But that is the main target I have in my mind, that the players know all the time, as I say to them. We have experience with that in the travels.
Just no kakra manager fan Sam Pep Guardiola one also area to kana come also prepare enra one training na baso Allen Haaland nom NHS boys no one now so you training na say nyame ya duma one so match ababa so game aboboku a ye fan Sam Real Madrid one and some other ball area club ye fan Sam Man City and no game nyame ya ma Wednesday no and some other koso ewa brano pay no ye den update tan dia kan na daba wa bra egusua ye di aye Manchester come ye shift ye ngie na ye the red half of Manchester and United na man for Pranagasa Jatum also Renzo and 1 match a week Ebasana place no womunya time at the rest womunya time at the recover sa place na Kalafusa and Yakra na one ball ebia weekend no about midweek no about weekend also Wobama tomorrow I'm very sharp now what ye Wobaba be a Saturday about game be a Sunday this I want to say train your training sam and our training Sababium and San when you ball with the TV Shabu be ball be a cup game or be ball midweek a bit more about Champions League Ghana Europe and any identity can be and I'm a Manchester for almost started gamer one something to me starting the other day I was some more because Amoya I am many Janet down the latest I mean you say many Janet to Maria what just say you know I had just cast over last week you know Meza say on the studio passer be a coach no Jumano the man substantively and ya by Deniate your man for to be our honma one studio bas be a Juan Oyan on the interim and I different I chance ya Jumana chance I say be a una we na ya casino yes Manchester for decision makers omo kasem puna and open omo say one pass omo be pray na omo be say be a coach and Alpha club no na one final Juma from next season Kwaniate one that's monitor among Russia appointed a replacement and some farmer coach no cry one more train am a season no woman we na for man kasa man trase no man say o man kasa e options am you and coach way na ho da ho e be asumasi obaba adwuma no ope and as say na be ko ansana woman some take decision woman some take decision say you kasa na woman say be o man carry ba ye we win 6 and we draw back and we lose back and unti adwuma no yem fama no yenya no sakra wo mo rahye eno aye defi omoso team no mo ensom abana Arsenal wonum say teminya no say and yesi very munyina jide pass Arsenal team no wo masua de na jinti abekas Arsenal asua de no say answer last 3 seasons I will be aye almost aye and Arsenal omo ban ho ya no bottle and debia cha so me bottlers and ya de mo sire omo nyina answer this season wo to me lose game woman to me draw no more do matama no more criticize ya no more kika de mo plan ya yet Arsenal equal next game na wa super performance no dey win no at their banner Chelsea still now no woman na some ay favorite tarma ay quadruple na say woman ma enso man for ka and the amount for hwere and the amount for posting na no enyan sunsan so bone e team no so na say yen two case South Sudan bi ana Arsenal womo some adapted say womo suade pa na ye ka say sawunim say amount for ya supporters and fans from you and your budget trouble and your budget quadruple ni ate say the omo kanin na no manager fan Mikel Arteta e wo jiri be say wono some about na the trouble since we but the last time Arsenal womo che Premier League some see omo na so and no aye 22 years ago not just a chapa and obiem FA Cup kware so ba ye wono about FA Cup pay and some adama team no and manage UEFA Champions League wɔn nyɛ bi dana Arsenal manager no yɛsɛ kwan bi aso ɔbɛso ɔyɛ trouble ɛnsom ɛma team no na okɔ Spain a ɔmo de report bi ɛnsom ahyɛ ase ɛba sɛ Real Madrid ɛnsom ɛbɛtumi monitor ɛyɛ dwumadi a Mikel Arteta wɔn nsom ɛdi ama Arsenal ɔkyerɛ bi sɛ akɔba sɛ bi avɔ abɔlwa wɔn nsom ɛbɛso ɔmo sake no na bi a coach no ɛkɔ ama obi aba ɛbɛtumi aba sɛ Madrid ɛbɛ sound out ɛde adwuma no ɛnsom ɛde ama Arteta ɛsɛ dwumadi a wɔdi ama Arsenal ɛnyɛ different than deɛ ɔno nso bɛto ɛwɔ Arsenal ɛna yɛ kɛse ɔbɔ team no mu no ne obi anim sɛ Arsenal ɛndasoɔ ne hɔ by 3 years ɛnie Abrebiano, one and some by one and this season, one chance and this Audiano, El Toto, I Arsenal, Madrid, Ebetimiati players at the amount. Madrid, Ebetimiato players no more, and some at the amount say comparatively, your players will be our Madrid, our Arsenal, Wabastate, and your Munina Crana, Ina, Bimuba, one was Super Chessa, Ebia quality, our Madrid, and also, and Tomuya coach, where Ababuapa, Nametisa, many Janoswa Kriata say, so one day trouble. Emma de Aganesa, one on Kobabia, and to so much the Premier League, FA Cup, and the Champions League, Assosono, one on Tanyan Kobaso by the first landing team. I want also by the trouble, I'm a team Nansana, one on Abaqua, one on some Ako, and no I update free, I had the Gunners, as well the Banano Peno, and some our Shono Snowra, your friend Roman Abramovich, Obakano, Chelsea former owner, Murana Kawa, and some Afana Betisa Adea, and Russia for invade Ukraine just say Russian invasion in Tokwani ade and Tomutiri Baso Penny a oligarch not just Oyobia or Sikapa ana wo boa ehye abanachi maybe akodie just akodiano and ana Russia for the ato and ya share Ukraine MN so sanity dia and you say your pomono na woko ana just omu jano kwaya yeah eto club no besine sikana ada account no mu a obi ntimi financial case na Roman Abramovich ansom abeso ochese ade bia UK aban adene sato so bia ye kan se bia mom confiscate ye bia no wonom obeje na ade a cheso abeso ochese sikana ada account no mo sa 2.35 billion pounds edam ana ana on fan ko charity no onye se ona abeche no van sikanye wose sikanom ayo no ane bia ana no so kwa no wadi side say yampa ofina kumam ensom that is kana ko ebia charity but they say UK ban ya na tan kra asamo na mo be kire say empunum ananya say ni ade amanei wo yo waya ne sane ma no nyina no eno som koso ani ade na odo so kan nyina no sa sikanom why ready say na ye ka say wo be fight ama chese no bia wo mo ado mo sa tu su bia no wo som asa kremi na ade biem eno aye kakra free Roman Abramovich ensom aso deba na Liam Senior and will say Roman love your man no ha wabayo na sa uplay a project now about a crucial stage of the season to say a good soya kese ayana ayapa na love ya babua amanyoma so dane adama Chelsea omutimo na nyame adama Wednesday omo ball Paris Saint-Germain game no winning Wrexham FA Cup went to me and yentem am a regulation time of 90 minutes woman Chelsea the ball ko extra satano momo 2-2 ana on be share 2 goals that kind of call aye 4-2 on the qualifier and Obubusa coach and say Mobo 120 minutes against Wrexham. What a quawishia a Paris Saint-Germain. Now Engelson so bunny our team so and was a nunti and rotate and only same of a key as many as 9 changes. Players Emma Kuma Kun 9 not as Omwa. Womo game against Aston Villa no Emma Kuma Kun 9 and started a sama to the baby crowd your man Kobukra. I just a Pama any so money ateno. Woman Ankobi amateur woman Kodano ebi some other boy. Now many jana so chese aninti ano rotating ti anya de sebia ebenyo sunso so bone e wo team no so yentie coach Liam Rosinio
to at the end of the season. No, I don't think it will be because of the way that we're rotating. I don't think that will be an issue going into PSG. The most important thing is that we were through this round. And also what I would say is it's not guaranteed if you start your first 11 that these games become easier. These are tough games. And also the amount of games that my squad have had in the last 18 months is the biggest in the world. So at some point I have to trust the group. They repaid my trust with the result tonight, and I'll keep making strong decisions based on where I think we can get to at the end of the season. No, I don't think it will be because of the way that we're rotating.
Manager Liam Rosinio and our Tessa Yadene except Emma Pay and some our show no so afei yenko ayefo so report am say kan say Chelsea for no na so no captain ye fan Reece James e ka say na ye ka say no wo see player no be so extend and Chelsea team no so be say wo so extend the contract and so no no and the report am nya no so be sign na ever since start to say about Premier League no wo be ka omo see kasam be peja wo mo just kakase dey free aye club na so ya Reece James eba be one of the highest paid players our Premier League abakosemu eno aya de na ye kasampan for no so be say wo mo som aye edema opening no our brother ye dey update ni nyina no and some ema na ro our show no so abroa de go so aye Champions League asem no wo say Paris Saint-Germain wo mo som the training eba so na onyame ya ma Wednesday wo mo game mo so no Chelsea eba as of now no ye nyan confirm say Sheikh Nasser Al Khelaifi eba born and answer because me to say na ye ka say no opening e wo Doha or Qatar na jumadi ne doso pa also no nyuma ne doso enti or Qatar say but na enkosi nyuma de na abaye confirmed as opening Wednesday about Parc de France and I say Wontumi me Herbal no ya be twen anyumani a wo sari ade no eno som da be se akọ and as a PSG for no one bo match bi a big game a modi ka say ye nioma hwese nya bi game no a high risk and as a saying and some other match in the city Jamaica can so say amu waiting 3-5 na so mu waiting 3-5 HSA chances Sabian tokwa ebe pai and some our soro kakra the last time Jebia womu some animal now kodom and so boy and it's a 3-5 and amu waiting game dia womu be so much say security and some very tight and you might pina amo consider because one and Chelsea and a show PSG and Club World Cup no Barcelona supporters womu free land na koi womu trabi ya be huro ana ye shamoje ana 3-0 ni ade and tokwa ebe bam and also we see no and what the omo kan nyina so say Chelsea supporters nyame ya duma Wednesday amosom about Paris no womu ya be say 2000 and kakra safo no anya bi mo ko so trouble ebiam Don't so much to say. Ebia Paris Monte so woman ba cook restaurant no and ebia perhaps akwa jinsa rubi ebu woni so na just ebia and some kwai ya odani ade woman so dey no compare Aston Villa on last season woman bo Aston Villa e Paris ho when you compare as basabase no ebetimi aye similar to the last season no omunya nti on so mo mani and some eda ho pa just entokwa kakra betimi abantine woman so prepare now Sean Neves ayobi oprai one game against Monaco Wontumi krana Jamaica can say one more 2 years akoda no and some abaye ready against aye Chelsea Sean Neves and some no say Monaco dey no one more so much so nya knock and aye ka say and no aye said akoda no one more chance no so betimi adwan o team no na okay aye Frank Leboeuf oyobi awabo aye bi pen and Frank Leboeuf I say hwa Serie Chelsea ayo selection against Aston Villa. Onse Sariam Rosinia selection whatever Aston Villa no aye similar to the Chelsea and the ball Paris Saint-Germain aye Club World Cup final where James eba middle and Malo Gusto far right wing back and Chesoko Palmer in your pocket you know. And no one that said was arrested more against Ayer Wrexham now. I say, Sir Umba Koma to be one big game. One more try into Bibia Chesa, South selection at Chelsea, and the ball Aston Villa. And Sakra, a better similar woman and Yamaya Duma, but starting game against Wabakua. Your fan Paris Saint-Germain, and Frank Leboeuf, I say, Sir Chelsea boss affirmation reappeared before, and some problem. Caicedo middle, James Ebekano ho, Gusto Ebefantentanoa, na Chesam Enzo Fernandez, Aqua Nimu Akusapotu Pamanum, was sending a Paris Saint-Germain for Besati Yao, and there was some of your Ninaria Kaka Fruo, and some other banana peno, and some our short so now Yakasai, when say and Madrid, Omutron Sasheno, and on some Asha September, Yababa Rum, our studio Safi, and I brought them on the same Balpi, Nekanum, I didn't run Amana Court training grounds, as I said here. When you have a driver's license in Toronto to me drive it, and Tiaba Studios are free, and now brand them on the same Balpi. One of some room our Madrid, Vadeva Basnafe, Waka Tuana Rockofreno, and some so Namamia Kodana, you found Tiago Pitarak. Na Boynon. You can ask them last week. Wouldn't say na so start to plan a report. I mean, say many janum. So when you GD our Kodanimo na omusa wo GD say the Kodan si born and the Jumadi awo didema aye Madrid and aye Tiago Pitar chininano. One more GD say game against aye Man City Madrid akodano. One some our chance say one some betimi start aye side game Ediama Bobo Kuna and aye from sweat paper. Now Madrid for no so much say. One sponsors, let me say now. One more stand here, back home, Emirates, Mianu, HP, and I'm Yansa, and some Adidas. I'm only saying now, workers can be mine, 300 million euros a season, and no, sponsorship, package, and some Armasa deals, Miansano, Emirates, and Adidas, and HP, 300 million euros, Scafibiano, one some updater, a few and some Eba. Now, boss and Comono, when you say Ronald Coleman and an anno pay, what do come on Coleman say? Answer Oka coach, our D kind of Pedri, a year Jamal Barcelona, a year Coleman, Netier. Coleman will say, oh, no, catching sir, woman could be Las Palmas Abba. Now, initially, Nanka Basa for plan and say, one by my Pedri a quab on 10 loan because from Las Palmas said, oh, behind today, or on corner or Mulo, no quaba. Now, I'm on a Pedri, a year training. And the second day, woman son of Pedri, a year training. And was a Kai, Dabia could already. New Council Colon, I was what now, Bob Penny. Now, Coleman say, what you had you was your familiar training, Sally Messi, and your body be an Messi, apostle of Pedri. No, you tear so see, no, for come, no, I showed your Messi pine. No, I share our training. Messi, your Bob, be our share, and your Pedri. And I Coleman say, woman, you know, born a mobile be the Messi, no, so what she and I say, what's that? Unpassable mouse how because what the boy be my way yaba be into woman bono woman ali Messi type passing mom our training grounds now so no one dey what sure be a go what sapana yenim say what one time passement say e kobo say be ali Messi nya ball no de ma Pedri onya bia no de mana na ka bibi e kire ho ana mo hu say akodanom na betimi ali Messi no wo bo so atimi abo ama bibia so aye fine e de ma tina no, woman started say, woman build partnership, any relationship, and all some Sakotano, and some stay after 2 days of training, and all some palio, and some Ayada Kodanepa. Now, a Julia Passo, no, and the ultimate confirmation, I'll bet him Diama, and some, let me say, Barcelona, and make it the right decision. Some Casabia Pedri, and some Antenna, now your Messi, and one important, come on, and a permanent control say, would you Messi a camp, Argentina, woman say Xavi, woman dana sepa. Now, only said Diabani and say, sell your Messi, and I say, Xavi, your cock could do come up say. Now, some way, and okay, and he mustn't or you'll be on Quebec's hole, and you're German and Cabat, messing him say, na interview ever pay, and Tino Quadia and then Prosse. I was son of Cropian and no Cronos or Piana Bossa Campano, yes, your messing cover of Fusara, where the Ayanio. I am Katana Xavi Abacano, Nam Adesa de Chilling and Crabia Wombiano, and some Abasan Pierre, and now Xavi say wo wala porta uko twantrom atome so say meme say yentom players e ma kuma ko 10 wo nyina no wo nya de omunya basa material me shafi me kan wai daban a wana na wo me make chosa players e ma kuma ko 10 I was say drum kwa enya no krakra na shawi an was say ono ba bia wadri so say oba kokra I was so kan okra nothing but the truth na ono ana man koka somewhere say Leo Messi ejitu so obeba anopo me de ma me usa basa supporters na dwa wo mu di aye shawi atam ni ade wo so ono de omo Leo Messi wie just 10 million euros a season wala porter said da yes go back now by popular request I'm not la vanguardia and a dinkomo yentie shafi.
I also like to explain that the president isn't telling the truth either. I mean, it's a subject that Leo has already decided on. Leo, in January, he became world champion. And with the relationship we have, we got in touch, and he told me that he was excited to return to the club, and I saw it. That was January 23, which is the year we won the league, and, well, we talked until February, March. Yeah, I told him, well, when you give me okay, I'll tell the president, because I see him from a football perspective. There's no doubt about it. And as soon as the president comes in, they start negotiating with his father, and Gikan is done. The league gives the green light, and in the end, it's the president who backs out. In other words, he doesn't tell the truth again. Of course, I call Leo, and he doesn't pick up the phone, because the other side, I told him it couldn't be done. Of course, I call his father, and he says it can't be done. He told me, I'm contacting the president, and the president tells me he's not going to do it. I also like to explain that the president isn't telling the truth.
Chesan komono red fansa shavi harnan said dear and a jono ama chesano pewunya time monitor chumedia ye fansa Wontumi sports by Herbal and my boss a fancy bibu fupa and a mona subisas nenti sebia some no kind of crossabia Leo Messi saba time Leo Messi a World Cup rio na nia jentin kariaka biano eya kom anan Leo Messi ebe kom edema aye Barcelona odo ko US cry Shajuma Leo Messi ba fe koduru babi ye wi 10 million euros Messi beje wate sokra wo ba wo seda wakoto Ferran Torres 55 million euros edna ba eno de wunya skawai eti Torres ene eye Messi no wo pade he afa unia se o Leo Messi ma wo kura so sa be kama wiase nyina tese ai aye Leo Messi na man ne kan anye no ama aye ntro ana president no wonu atwa na wama socios omo kwakoto aba no akwakwa bibia ho ama seseriam sa ade abufuo som ababa na mo na ntiri eba sa timing of the interview no and some anya because me no ka say eno no medical ya to dwano pare say wo mo ba presidential debate and na sa candidate ni mi no me no ka say kwagusu akosunti Shadrack fa omo mi no man because me no ka say wo mo atwetwe sra eni abasa ama the same as my yetwen no wo mo pose question on some adema owura fon say la porta sa opani na ayamposa Chevy say na Messi ba for 10 million euros a season wona wo ka Leo Messi man so onom wo ka Chevy asembia na waka Hansi Flick na de obeso kan nyina say bibi wo players na wo kita na why adwese an anomo nya de yempam we no wo so kam obi ate say the same players and a Flick edi winning the same players and a Flick and some other titles meanwhile not the same players lose I want a Victor from Samasa na so no some La Liga ma no so wo kasa no man kasa ye din na man kasa wo ka wo de na man kasa o enti ye din kra na man kasa kra and reporter say one of the hardest decision ever I want make I say Leo Messi ekoi Woma Ronald Koeman ekoi esama Xavi Hernandez ensom ekoi wo perform yensama bo mu din no Koeman masa wabaya juma Barca as a player brutal ya consider say be a legend ono Wontumi mpamo no but omanu koi Leo Messi dia yenka Xavi na kase yenkanto no nyina no ye Barca ye yom enti ena ma sa kase fo ne yesa no nyina no o take a decision ensom adwo mu nyina kwan o kana sa Victor Font a pronominum and also penny dia wo yan mimpo de also o kasa me nkami o bon so me de me kasa pano de no tum ana Victor Fonta say wala porta wo sori bia ana chese media my team ni ye ana me buy sika ba my manager my economy no ma fix it da bia wa fix economy na so ntimi register players boss abeko go to player ba wo ties ye ntimi register and guasesem a team like Barcelona beto player na da was register player no kwa no wo bia no ala porta se kwa no tum na wo ye the boss team we ema wo na wo the boss abako bankrupt ebiem mo ne batom yo munyina monya pe yeri team we ma usesi a wo Victor Fontier wo the Barcelona abako just a bankruptcy eno aye said o re fa no say aye la porta so am debate no egusu elkos our brand pay wono so ade kakra de ba ho so nyina no ye de emiete for say Lamine Yamal decision or say can be say we are proud and that one ton boy na mananko wo mo 250 million euros and some buy wa Lamine Yamal anko na ye kase Lamine Yamal be wi a aye somewhere 2030 and on the contract no and some be wi na tesa akoda no wo ma ya 10% wo mo some Lamine Yamal and some stay after Senwa e come say Derby della Madonnina AC Milan wo mo say Inter Milan me catch on say the last time Milan aye double over Inter aye 15 years ago the same coach Mans Allegri ano wo mo to aso GC title and some akoi na this time ababa 7 points and da Inter and Esintam Mama Luka Modric after the game Modric abeso say Derby no mo share and no was the second half now so we now question but Inter quality into Inter ba nyese bia nko na ababa ball no sa wa bra be ka say Inter enya bi modabi enya juma Inter Luka Modric after the game and small red fan say Luka Modric and Arteta Emma Federico Di Marco after the game still now no and also a 7 points gap omu su there but omu fu sam no omu na penalty referee anye ball be sakai referee and Samuel Richie and so they play on here then I do baby decision be quote ya Inter e do baby so call Edema Inter but no na che no and also a 7 points still one would so ekita trophy mu abrano pay no one some agano the area to twa yere ante tenin na so ema ye tof anano pay e wo show no so Christian Kiwi die so they see kono mu season be jano kwan no ana me be ka say Inter Milan report say woman Diego Simeone our coach Atletico awie na Enrique Cerezo so ko kan na no say wonyai emo panin kono betimi aka ne pay say after this season no opanin na fan say Simeone be ko so ya adwuma e dia ma Atletico Madrid ntia wo mu ya be ko so monitor say sa adwuma no eno so ngobesi akọ e wa brown sam no ye de eba ye ba na ba mu nchimfo no wo mo so prepare because am Champions League game and so a ball Bayern for nyame ya adwuma wo mo so game e was a baso eno and so ayo datina no wo mo ball aya Atalanta so e wa rent Bayern for no wo mo prepare no mom Deminya no sa DFB Pokal semi-final game am be kan last week no say wo mo Leverkusen and be shia no and before the game na kwa Wednesday and no 22nd of April Sadano and a semi-final game of DFB Cup no and so abakoso e wa brano pe onsam no ye de emiete fire yen fansina ye makama bedwa from an afi yen to aso enfan free at this Wontumi Sports Buffet yen to aso Full house. Mike said be and find here.
Yami Adam. Yami Adam.
What they already say new.
Yeah, cool. Be cool.
Okay. Still now I want to once home.
Ciao. Is no when you catch it you for we know.
Say
o support the Zavi bia
o so be odrude no kre no ka me say ase bibia e fa
me ado wa he experience
o ma ka jile
Mr. Kobi open go for kan no crash pa
na no kre me say no kre one pe open kan no kre no for was pa say messing na so won ma bi
ai ana also open no kre ntino ana ya open no kre
okay tin any new team office for cha
just say to kwesi wasa for ni wo hwe na tenta no so ground yara
Jayo.
Ejadem. Zavi camp.
Almost time no so nya kra.
Zavi camp.
Zavi no so effective front ni pa o.
Ai.
Ntina.
Ejadem o.
Say be politics o ho.
Easy. Gidi.
Omo presidential debate no kra mesre.
Unya cha unya
kra. But as kan no tumo kasa man kasa.
Ei.
On front no.
And not just a football club and Casal Basal and Madrid.
Yeah. And they said, "I'm a cotton, I'm a house of folk."
No, when you're brow, we didn't say, "Woo, be any answer." But I wouldn't do this open or cray.
Aye.
Wouldn't your kind of crown quad?
No,
that means some.
New to
yo, and the part of stories are you know from how much I sorry. Following or stories and uputi across only about the you know. Say there are champion stories to not say from weekend now the finish weekend you know. Basa election because so more so as a game beyond shada any whole weekend especially premiership because a premiership no ho can we drop points Mikel Arteta and the Pep Guardiola license but I would want to start from Basa election now dear no le bia me catch say Barcelona unhu enipa ayene dia unhu nipa ayene dia de obeka nyina ne say fans edia but to tell you the club has survived for centuries if 18 and ameboa Barca 18 mu and betwam 19 mu and it's a millennium so it means the club has survived me no me ji adi we too much the mbra wo yenchire adwene me ji too much the tori bia wo je tumu anache sa ya se woni nyansa ntika nya opinion kakra bi chiro look Barca election ye kosi and say player bia ba ba achieve kase dia ma club no na ene club no ne ntem aye Barca now your supporter na so club we dey odi nachi ana sorry player we dey o support no ana player we o ko dey odi nachi akọ yaw ene ba ba ikọ. We are all for this club. We are all for the betterment of this club. So you're cooler. So you're socials. So you're ordinary fan. So Kruma say now support Barcelona. We all want the betterment of the club. It mean for player be as someone to me team says Zevi or Bobo no a good player or a good midfielder until the work can be a Sabi and Sasam. It mean for I am not that person. I've also been following the club. Club where I can was over 41 different presidents since I started say a election from 1953. 3 years time and I independence or a crew say 53 almost started so we president. Because Mitchell say secretary say you CEO for House of Folk and Akotoko. Na Jumano say you are not ready for football.
Yeah.
Na check Barca ne Madrid me no Pires and Laporta don't want your crown and so fancy be because those two clubs and me catch us manager to say manage country be manage Real Madrid
so do on mind be so
yes fashion team the same way Kotoko CEO at say manage clubs by me and sa o kroma no Kotoko no hu ne sa no ni CEO e ka so e CEO me mo club di na makonya asem but say manage clubs by me and sa ka bom sana House of Folk tie House of Folk and I see over fan you be kura ni mu no ba ya yinedi fans ni bi ga hu ni pa fan no
ba na anu ye
ba ya yinedi ko ya yinedi ko ba fans ni bi hu say because club na anyini nya fan base bi abashase a o kan nkrofo no bomu a yaw e doso pa so Xavi say en kamesi saba na La Liga na ma green light so Messi mra
yeah
La Liga salary scale no betia fa Messi de no abra problem bia emba ho eti won samre na chima mebbo no na panimu bi na ama enti Barca fans ye de enye sa panimu ne dey Barca fans Xavi say Barca fans enye sa panimu ne dey Juan Laporta Barca fans because one the timing of interview no on La Vanguardia na koye the Vanguard the Vanguard anyway kroma ona no oye Bodo Javier Bodo were the third of the Bodo generation na chese omona na ewu ama omona na ne ba abedi so na kanswa ne the current Bodo year oye La Vanguard and a friend part of Victor Font no newspaper run no the best friend Victor Font no na Bodo no only say bank be Kesha La Liga hotel hu La Liga Kesha Bank on a director or no na director of Kesha Bank La Kesha Foundation no as soon as I happen mo or no publication I exist for over 100 years no ona Javi Kokasa o Kokasa the time wa yaw club no person to aba no who the way forward me pesa vi interview no kra o me nyini mu ne e ka kire say asem bia okwan ene bra fa so you use sa asem no na information wo ya be di utini mu wi a you treat it as jewel information wo ya wo be ko wudam information wo asese ka wo kan ne ba kan na wo embo wo nti esa wo yiri oni adan na bra be to aba ena Javi ba be interview be cheche taman 7 Messi sa dressing room ho na niema kakra ahihye wo ho the new leaf of life for everybody because as soon as Messi enters the dressing room when I say soro wunyini ba wo ye decor na you are dimmed including even Hansi Flick look when they tia basama tia kantare free a chire call ya chire mo saka so mra no because Hansi Flick be bia no I say akantara hyehyɛ n'akyi o hyehyɛ n'anim o di empesa me chire no I say Flick and didn't who ye. I shall say no, the guy was brought in for player connection, rebridging the player, no, and nay, coach, no, terminus animal, but actually, they felt say no, Thiago, no, old guy, be also with him grounds on the same coach, no. The coach is not having that brief of air. It is Thiago Chimoka Krana coaching in Timmy. The most successful club in terms of trophies won per year. And your coach, manager, can was a Moala Porter. In the history of this club, trophies won per year. No other president and AJ Echen Wala Portaway. Now, me coach already can by Brebi Echem 2003 to 2010 or by. It happens to be one of the most successful times of Basa life. Now, when the fire Javier Jumane come back or by a coach,
Porta na interview no could can't la Porta as so than say when a man buy, but baby Edrudo so cannot cray. Na no kromu kano Javi thinks a font bet me abesti affairs better than we maybe sabe obi akra wa nyina no yemfa ne nkasam se ko ba be ye wa busuamu wa nyina okọ yakra na chi no kra nyina ye akra wa nyina ye nyina ye eti yemfa ne kasa na ho fa odi trema da bi wawu yakra wa chi Victor Font adwuma ho la porta be ye no yawo me see me who papa ya me son inside because my follow basa achapa baby anaka ye kono ke be san United no akwa Aston Villa ho ke be san Manchester ho akwa ditch no akwa baby Aston Villa ho no me na me ka kiro yakopon na ye adom no so ye mu won la porta ene akoshe won Victor Font achi ebe to nsema tia no say e ka message samra ka we so saba there is a structured pattern of life basa ho and gratitude to their promotion. It will be no one Javi Crown may player papa me down nice. There was certain midfielders and as a picture to Konomoko. Yes, Edmilson Decomo Van Brockus Mosquad no. Now in yesterday's you can check under Frank Cracker. But in terms of potential, they were ready. And Pep knew them. Say, I'm not even Benyabibo. And there were many of those types. Busquets, Moped, Dromo, that's who form of Munyan. Actually, Frank Rocker, the coin is more beard, your momo. Now, coach, Gradian as if you're your Benyaku, Nan obey coach. Said on your BBR, Al Sad, maybe I need to do something. But everything that was considered around Zevi, and your Juman why as a player for the club, and his understanding of the environment. Zevi moment to D. No enjoy the legendary status. Obedient me for the and can't the as a player. No more coach there. On your BBR, he should shut up. Hey, Jenna Xavier as coach. La Liga back around Jamaica no you know. European League. Time Xavier be from Wontumi. Okay, time as 70 I'm be kind of credit action no.
ya na ye tuo no ma ya dwene ya sa kotokore ha so bi en kochi ene se krom ho nya kono uda kotokonya kono ha se nya kono Satan basa nya kono. That's it. It has always been a kono. It has always been a kono. The clock and obi Johnny Basa. Let me volume no. And obi Johnny Basa Juma. Obi no Johnny. Ona my information obi Johnny Basa coaching job no. No be Johnny yaw. No can be stabilizing your macacraina. It's let me say he was brought in based on the primary knowledge, his understanding of the environment. Stabilizing of the environment. He came and crabby I ready no. Rafa Marquez the promoter when you know mobile. Rafa Marquez and Lami Yamamu coach you or from who. And now with Kubasi coach Rafa Marquez who. That's the next of you at Al Sad. He came in and for catchers and credible be fifi. He said the budget now limited. And you remember 1 or 2 could be a boat to them. Now so I Fabio had your barber so. Then or so may. Ya the man who said no. Or the Casemu said Maresca. Yes, brother, you know Maresca so Becasem. Second you Becasem. Uncle Becasem. And I said, no way, you will be a passage. Right now, you see someone yet. You popular bar. 1, obey follow the pattern of La Masia. 2, obey stay competitive. What is competition to Barcelona fans? To fight Madrid domestically and to show up in Europe. Let's have you had a kakra in Europa League or Cosono book ever say how they standard. Or come book ever kakra so they standard. Or by no way, let me say, Zevi judgment. First of all, the club respected you, and at this point where a club in here or no, and I'll be interview me watch it. Now, Mamma can't you be over to Edmund Walla Potter? Cecilia Jimmy. Yababi and Yakonia, one Tiasia Diana. And in the midst of all this, just was also a renovation company. Na company and I can't just say no renovation. Na company Andrew baby crowd Trafford the drone, Old Trafford your bones were your bones so to me so who will be the TV so. It's what Mrs. So Old Trafford, na company do that standard, you know. Okay, James, or question be over. Oh, question with me, I done no fun, no trouble. By you are to say, Mimi Sao say, does a Barca B team coach promote player to the senior team? Like say, be our can la media and say, my case when they promote to mobile. On also full say, be a head coach, no, the better say no. My main foul collaboration from my account to sell me money, Femi Lopez Modiano. And okay, Odibim. Me say. Because Zebili free outside the buy no. Now boys so my ready for one another. Masma make no. Automatically where they are. The promotion no a club no a structure one another. Messi La Masia, Xavi La Masia, Iniesta La Masia, Busquets La Masia. E wo ho yaw. Se say no La Masia players are ready. And not in a draw no and crofona for hand who baby because the still things La Masia na dey yaw. Ukra wo soro no. Hwe mamu so asem ba ko pe wiase. Club bay na wasasi so ha. Ah, okachiro radio say Gaucho e de waye bia ya wie ko. Okata Basa ja Gaucho man ko e. O se me o. I say no, yesra ko esi Milan. They started talking to Milan na Gaucho no su. Because the first Messi was ready. Player promotion name crown there. And no tell me ka say if you Messi crown about onye like am ni benya asem. I am telling you, club no baby na ekono. It is not one player 7 years so. Where we are oko for will come. Maradona was gone. Bobo 10 for no, bobo 10 for no bobo. Look, club on the MO be for legend. Skills 2 be about here. 10 seasons be man for club on the Messi for more. In any university skills 2 I only beauty I say Obana on the worry and I'm but me no worry pink crown mama. And then Messi have skills 2. Messi pink crown mama. Me am crash me. Skills 2 go. And you say oh, only you some quarter or so Messi brutal. Yeah, so club air form. Now, shall we kind of crown so na yo yasano. And let me say, me nyinimu adwuma yi mu from Angel Kesbin to Wontumi Hamedam. Ade ba ko a empanifo adwuma no nyina bo me nkae super ka bi kire me Dubai, kwabena boy former boss. Cause utwa picture na no akotwa say exclusive. No, that's not how we work. Me na me catch Dubai, mini super. I say there are times to when you release information. I want to mean say no kwabra ebo anye nipa say obi obi benya sem easily sir. It doesn't mean
that's why I was still relevant till now.
Because Mr. Sajo so can say say you have the information but manage it all.
Obi one more fool say breaking news. When I'm the exclusive.
To me.
So me no, me is a viage no, but you know what Jaiko, yeah, but two about the club has to move forward. Victor Font now kwatata let you know. First of all, I don't make us say in 2 areas now, Laporte didn't you check here a rough times.
So the Barca supporters Nesia Sojano. Dogbe Raphael say, Newton, you are very right. And Mr. Governor on YouTube also say, I'm really disappointed in Xavi, to be honest. Messi's time is over in Barcelona, and also Ankara, Dominic. And Jaban also say, hey, Newton, the Toko, I shocked self. Newton, you are right, pa relegation pokra. Nessa Steven Dozier, and I'm the Baza for the Nazmaza. Xavi on Canon to more message in the banner, but no supana. Was a fancy. That is why I dislike Barca fans. They are so proud and arrogant. They say
every club supporters are proud and arrogant.
Newton is just saying for fun. How can you tell us it's a 10 season magic? Hey, Newton, also to me about 10 years no skills too, baby no. Hey,
Newton.
I'm sure. Miss Obama said, "Men no worry, you know, pink crowd to be a man. 12 women and only where the nom guys do you take one house a lovely weather? Why not so I can't hear about why there or money pink box? Now somebody came back once or the pin in on Ganyan side, you know that. Or maybe I replace it.
Yeah, who be mobile. Basa who be mobile, papa, to be very honest. And I make us say, and now we are able more share Basa Jesse number 10, could be a more Haji Dean, Oka Haji, Romania Haji no. But France 98, who you more, or the board be more be showcase the demand Haji come. So men we are not many the type say player we call no coach not to trouble about coach so men pesa. Yeah, no men pesa because all destroy environment no. But be a basa just see pa no yaw. Sikasemu basa club say no we are so meeting me basa ejina. Je basa betimi be na no be can be history.
Oh yeah there basa ko bi mo. Ko mo be Farafin and money. These guys are not better.
At some point,
I don't know Chelsea so do music home. So for the love of club now, players Ninya or Barcelona.
Dembele, players are hot one about. So me at this point, we some two abani we.
Say Kevin Prince Boateng in Memphis the prime when you be Bobby.
Yeah, Ben take it. Memphis mo kan yo Brazil ni Paulino be spice. No more funny.
I know boa mo pa.
Oboa tu. Ben yo pa mra be take you say be friend na. Upon Samra back say here. Only say oboa the time why yato ase na to. Ohu dey ade say. Hwe yaw. Oya ben kwan ya. Ade chi anopa de no ya na friend say. Aben kwan wo ye wi ade
ache so.
Omo odi the friend tin ho. Ah yaw. Couple.
Na am wotum no na.
Yaw sa serious see bibia. Serious. And a continuation for the next day no.
Auntie, there's a mawa ben kwan na de ache so.
Right, ya ne wotum. E jam kwan bi ye wotum. Yeah, Adiachi and Yawatumoko, we've really struggled. I'm gonna catch you. Now, various moments, you saw Konakoni, can you be in phrases? Say, no one's have a cause of confusion because we are legend. Near Jatum.
Whoa, new, may I say, I'm saying, Wakuma was sort of papa, Mesabre.
I saw me in Yantoque, as I said,
the popcorn at it actually be popcorn at the TV actually. What time in our Xavi the interview in the and so be or two about the piano. Say you be just send and come in December, could you walk up new year now? 10 million euros a season. Or bet me are changing the vote.
Oh yes, of course.
What time in the end, and so no, baby, almost I hate and La Vanguardia for interview no, Konakore. Omoma Javi can Spanish throughout. Additionally, your message Diano Kwano, Omoyano as an English cover.
Messi camp and Uncas are so peeved.
Almost Ukraine Javi can
and you're fine. You see, your context really matters in this whole discussion around Barcelona and their election. The fact of the matter is, Omon Betua Banancas and Nippon Betua Badiamano. That is how election works. To say you crew more saying you kwakoto abana for presidential candidate. Omo mo abontin wo mo fair view an idea of how things is supposed to be. Omo mo ye delegate no. So mbakoto abano. Eso mo adwen any omo mentality omo de kwakoto sa abana. So for the socials for Barcelona, I think it's first of all, mo di kan kwakoye candidacy signatures. Omo akodijibia. You say, oh, compare from the last time a Victor Font and Laporta and our Font increasing in terms of the numbers.
Laporta the
Eswati. Iti a hono crab more when ya hope be said no, young will be bingum kakra. Now it must be some kaya the no be fankan. But the context now mean do home common say. As at that time, and no Cressa Barcelona, come fala no Messi by a cabe feasible their mana. First question also be sound no. How realistic na Quebec club no. Number 2, Javi a serious allegation be say Laporta tiena conta efen Alejandro Echevarria.
Yeah.
Advice in terms of taking decisions for Barcelona. So meaning him as a
president.
So uti semunimudia one opeso chese Laporta ye trofo on kanokre. A lot of questions to be asked in a baby or jail foot to the free ban. Run club because if Barcelona has a board, meaning certain decisions and certain advices should come from the board as a whole, not somebody who is not part officially of the board, but definitely making decisions be aware they uti a dominant. A honum kwano ya semfufro. A honor to as or the ball Laporta and Fima Mobia who said no, Laporta is not a man of his own words. It is also about man is on president. He can't take decision with the board. He can't take decision.
It's a very animal.
It's a very animal. They run Barcelona. I wonder maybe I all born in film no. But the bigger picture of the club is important than any of these words that are coming out. Now this is where it will take us back. So when I be damn you say Barcelona team the team agent and Asui. For Lionel Messi's discussion there yaw. During those days right after the World Cup, I can make a legitimate case for Lionel Messi say one new Obaya Jesse Tombe Kosro. Ya what did they mention as no? Number 2, ebiso a salary of Babe General said the Xavi ten on Xavi on your financial or Barcelona. Xavi Adumo or Basane say on only the say a top player and the Abawa request one manebo. Say for player and Nisika Obejan a month. Player Nisika yaw or Bob Bejan signing on fee. I don't think Xavi knows about it. Even if he knows, is it the truth? Because when you're financial Barcelona,
also a panic as 8 million.
I will believe what the La Liga people, because have you Tebas about a year or two ago after the World Cup, there was an interview say Lionel Messi back to Barcelona. Javier Tebas did an interview. Ekacheria si na se Barcelona mo de be sa deal no. Obekai. No Wontumi register no. Javier Juma wo ya as a coach ne say who play na na brew. What the answer in the Begina Park and so about the team finances, about how the team will survive through the economy. He doesn't know better than Noah Laporta.
But what's an interview now? What's interview now? Say, Omario, Yow, Tini, Omario Bibia. Laporta said that. So Tebas assembly Tebas be trying to next La Liga ma green light. La Liga Nankasa was just 10 million euros a season. There's a documented interview of Javier Tebas also telling Riasi in say Basa Niska was it 2023
January na free 2023 Nankasa na Basa signing Sileko say yaw and you want just say level 1 level 2
there be 1:1 oh yes our story Kwamaja my bere the biya mo 1:1 mo ko da
said about me about ball club ni film betete club ni bubu club no yaw when Xavi talks about the monetary issues of signings and all of those things in Barcelona, the realistic person I'm going to believe here one Laporta. Yeah, what it because on manage the club now. Oh, the answer the player na bro. Also player A, player B. You did not bro coach in the results fire day. Famaye. But there is no way you can also disrespect Xavi because a bra club in the Kwan we here when Xavi no na beje club in the foundation. So when Laporta says that the same team on Ekuta Xavi no to me for really Masa onya is uncle.
I mean I need to take political talk.
Now as I say maybe I have Victor Font in the free bar. The two of them can be right in their own context. Yeah, what did they mention us? The two of them can be right in their own context. But the bigger picture now, we see Barcelona as a club. How would they come out of the mess? Almost finding themselves in some years ago. That is the most important aspect of getting the club back on track. And in the last few seasons, and now Laporta, what kind of creature of even though so John Messi Koy, team need to say, is the team lacking? The decision I will take, for example, the change between Frank Rijkaard at some point in time on Pep Guardiola. Look at the kind of things Barcelona did within that period. Fast forward, Xavi Noba Abedi League team not stabilized. Wato Foundation. The decision to bring in Hansi Flick. Now Mafu be breko kwa pai. Because coach Omuji to me say, Germany crown by minute or course second time no nyoma ankoye and fan. He comes to the team and players and Kaya Kadiama Basano. And the players in the value to say. Rafinha and offer the value and the value to say. And offer Lamine Yamal and the value to say. And offer Robert Lewandowski and the value to say. Gerard Martin almost were fear. And offer Gerard Martin and the value to say. Julius Koundé offer the value to say. The decision making of Laporta has not made Barcelona worse. And the supporters now motivate training now. We are about to the Muhian team need trophies.
Yes.
Are they winning it or not? They've won the La Liga. They've won the Copa del Rey. This season they've already won the Super Copa de España. On the La Liga top. They are still in the Champions League trying to fight for a title. Are they not doing things right in terms of their supporters? Just maybe where there are questions that we are supposed to ask Laporta is about the decision to take major decisions by listening to the advice of somebody on your part of the board.
So, Mr. Taylor, say, Fancy, don't you think after Laporta taking those advice from his in-law, he brings it to the board for the board members to share their views and opinions? And then there were Laporta the board in them. But what I'm trying to say is that Xavi was specific and clear. Yeah. Also, me ebe pamomeno nipa we na me call one nipa chronic catch me say adwuma no. Nti ete so no na era. Ete say you no na era, which I believe that is where it is dominant for Laporta. Aside that, I don't think there is any issue to even worry your head about it. The timing of the interview, yes, it is true. There is the context behind the two of them why they are doing that. The political position of Omumienu, baby obi ejina Victor Font, we so ha, it was always going to happen. Now even your chroma ye tekra some delegation everyone says a lot of things, but I think there are key ones within some of the conversations they have for the bigger picture of the party or the club. It needs to be looked at. And me, for instance, Bakua, me say whoever wins the election, there is a need for them to actually look at how Laporta and then a continue taking decisions. That is all. But I think for the club, they are in the right path in terms of accumulation. And the company, some are called the Spotify, money are the nobody has ever done the club better than Laporta in the last few years when it comes to Barcelona. Oh, be any President, be any war. He has been there. Laporta and he has been there and he has done it before. Question. It's like Real Madrid players and then the supporters need to be question Florentino Perez. You be season or some Champions League money go. Club need raise. Laporta is not an angel. Put it at the back of your head. He's a proper politician. Politicians will always lie to get what they want. But in terms of Niju Media would dear Babontema Huno, etene saying, Sabi, uwe bonia, no way, papa. Nanimi no Cassiania, what you study about Boanoafa. They've made up their mind. Cut this morning nearby and cut the brilliance of whatever Lamine Yamal is doing for Barcelona. Sena Laporta Korea as a boy nene, onono Gemona, Ebion into Ama Messinamano. PSG need 250 million euros a buy. And it's uncle you be and compare club in Uncle Bedges or the running club no. Because not club is here. But Lamine worth more than. And I think Lamine Yamal also I embrace the responsibility. The big question this season was about number 10, the Marco Dana, a mudru no bit mine day. Because Ansu Fati Befebi. You see. A pra and then Ochina.
And the number 10 jersey, you see, there are spiritual connotations to every single thing people do. Lionel Messi share jersey we say for almost 10 to 12 years to 15 years. Busa won say empire by na no bogu jersey so ansa no de abebo. I'm not saying so I na duru. But we are saying, I'm telling you one thing. Opa ofie corner baako. Chassis ne gunsa o gunsa on a fresh spirit baako bi. To also for almost bare 21 days it will start manifesting. Because Bible na nka say ntwantro. O say enkwa ene owo e wo yeden. Whatever you do and say, these are things that will reflect. So there are things Messi did with that particular jersey, which is me did to me say. Lamine be fano na head do kese. Ashase no club buy no kwa prepare no prepare and now pubagia or china wa bre or china wa ese. But living up to the expectation of maintaining that no nyoma mienu wo so otigina. One, obe maintaining the level na then it also second. E Ballon d'Or award ni. Number 2, the number 10 jersey no betime living up to the expectation, being the main man of Barcelona. Senyoma muya dia. Yeah, the last few games at Barcelona aboy. Akuda ne muya din bi ono na fa ball ne bibi o. Not to chia no abobo ne de ahye corner ba ko panyan. Na ba set me win the game. The number of points he has won for the club this season, marvelous. And I think Barcelona should look at him as the bigger picture rather than going back to the discussions about Lionel Messi. Messi a great player. Nobody can convince me that Barcelona is a greater player than Lionel Messi. No. Or Barcelona, he's the greatest of all time for Barcelona. Or send 91 goals a calendar year. Yeah, the trophies are wabeje. And Yoma wabeya mo. But to the be a mama ni din na. Na sebi ni din papa na wabe bread ye gu ono. On from go and then the new revolution and the new people will start along. And they'll see how things are going to move. And Lamine Yamal and I'm quite so.
Whoa, Mate Meza. Now where is Steve Tete? I'll say. The team that has Johan Cruyff, Maradona, Romario, Ronaldo, Ben Schuster, Risto Stoichkov, Luis Enrique, the Ballon d'Or winner, on its roster will not bend over for any legend.
Oh, you not bend over for it, but see how he fuchini bibi di DDH.
Although say Masa,
it's one ma wokas. Na say Maradona ko akwa Argentina, the Argentina akwa Argentina.
Well, Laporta is the best for the job. Barca first, everything is irrelevant. Thank God Laporta sacked Xavi and didn't bring in Messi again. All I'm hoping for is for Laporta to win again. And no, Godfred and dear do Mr. Saudi and one on the air. So at the buy no fancy. Yes, Messi's time is up, but Laporta lied. That Messi didn't want to come back, causing a stir in the Barca fan base. The message and so any we so essay. Not holding brief for Xavi, but Xavi knew the financial situation of Barcelona because aside from the fact that he's a fan, he's also a socio member. The truth is Messi was coming back with a massive pay cut. When we see Clifford Cheba for Dubai. Mike, break.
Fancy, Medase, I have listened to the conversation with keen interest. And then Komono, you see, a lot of the people would analyze it from the fans' point of view. Mostly fans and the political leaders of a club, to say Barcelona, to say Real Madrid, I am no more tiny or more nyadring. Send your more person your masieno. And yes, I am Muslim penny for more that clubs now. And so and that is where the angle is. If you situate it in a proper context, a boaman common to me di. Ama afani afani na ate asiye ne boy any coaching Yifrim. Speak to why he is granting the interview. He is a coach. He needed Messi but he won. Eventually he was sacked. Meboa. From the footballing point of view, Messi amba Basano. What are the implications announcements and so about club so obetimi achemi bi. The club has progressed, and it's just like that. An era needs to end for an era to continue or to start or begin. Ronaldinho's era ended for Messi's to start. Messi's era needed to end no matter what for Barcelona to move on. They were in a precarious financial situation. The club nearly folded. Sikasemunti. I dare say Sankabasa or England's that time now. So administration anyway in Kombeko.
La Liga for protected Barca.
Some more UK. Her Royal Majesty ne administration. Barca would have been found culpable. They would have gone to administration.
True.
So you get a picture. So in such an instance, Barca bringing back Messi a sentimental decision, but Ubiso be a straight financial background. No, Tenasi Dim Komoa. Obekacho said it wasn't a viable decision.
Even at
it would have been the chicken and the egg issue. Obekema Nkosiana Bobo, and now Obedia Kokono. Then you forget about the egg. Barca had eggs they had to hatch. Nkosiani be a Rafinha, Ebi Yamal. They needed to hatch the eggs and project into the future. And sacrifice one hen for the eggs. This is a strict leadership decision, and in fact, Obi Awaye leader be happen. Bekacho say decisions taken at the top and yet easy. So I want China. That's the way they say Beko. But you have to go through hellfire. And they said they will create a really free with him to take such decisions. No leader would love to be in a situation like that. When you study carefully the financial implications of Messi's return, most of what is so just saying 10 million euros. The next year, Obeje saying 3 years, Obeje saying 10 none Obeje. Messi would have been on a progressive salary annually, and yet turning and Obeje throughout, and there would have been conditions. And in fact, we add context and fact to it. Messi was supposed to return in circa 2023. South season of the World Cup. It was 2022 year. So he would have concluded his season at Paris Saint-Germain. Javier Tebas in 2023. Coach be wa main kancho. Mr. Tebas, essay, Medema, we must have Monfanya to a mammy, but on a make a brofubi. Tessa me, I'm a kind wa, Mr. Mamma Quina mankind. Tebas say, if you ask me the question today, Messi's return to Barca is very complicated. There's a moon now. Good. We have to see how that will evolve, but several conditions would have to be met.
This was 2023.
2023. Okay. Javier Tebas. Barca players would have to leave. Chenio. This is Tebas. Onya Barca, Onya La Liga penny, but yeah, the documents Babe Tunen him, he knows their financial situation, and then the advice they will give for Messi to return, because Tebas himself has said, say, he would love for Messi to return to the league. Or say, Barca players would have to leave. There would have to be a reduction in wages, not a wage. Good. And then you have to know what salary Messi would have at Barca. Barca is not like PSG, which has a gas and money tap, which allows it to have a large payroll. As we speak, it's complicated for Messi to return to Barca. Where La Liga penny 2023 no this ankomo yo. And yet 2023 na Jabi say omokasa ma BBS no. Jabi is speaking as a coach. I dare say he didn't know about Barca's financial situation. I agree. He was a coach, technical. Onim Barca si kasemu. And to no, the reaction you will get say, oh, they be to me signing no, and I won't person obebuame me.
So La Liga, exactly. Green light as a one person.
Exactly. So Jabi is not wrong from another perspective. The who no. But say this is what they also see, and they have to make critical decisions. So what would you do then? Obedin Kosiano now reskesa unya akoko, and I'll bet Chairman Kosiana Bobo now unya akoko ne dache. Now Barca have the best left-footed playmaker in world football in Lamine Yamal. The best player. Why as it stands now? Player being no a teenager, also the value, the market value, and then the ability to attract commercial partners. I was saying Yamal there, Boba Kuchremi. So that decision did not just save Barca money, but it also secured their future. For the next 10 years, Barcelona's future commercially, all other things being equal, to say the economics for the canon, ceteris paribus, is secured. Leaders take hard decisions, but when it pays off, that is where we laud them and say, oh, this is a great leader. As for decisions, every Tom, Dick, and Harry can take it. But the future, the future is unknown. You don't know what the future will bring. If you bring success, legacies will be left. So, manager be no problem. He spoke his truth, but again, unknown.
My idea, Obi say, Ono Madrid fan of say Tuasua, na Barca team Ejana, I Perez Akako fat Pedri Aba Madrid.
So, the point I am making in building the future, and Laporta has faced this before. Shadrach made Wavy Sandeo. Before Barcelona had Pep,
yes,
there was a mutiny among the Barca board members, and a vote of no confidence was passed. Over 60% of Barcelona's board.
2008 board crisis.
Exactly.
Okay.
Check it out near that.
Yeah. 2008 10th July.
Now, 8 of the 17 board members of Barcelona resigned. Yes.
Okay.
Resigned after President Juan Laporta confirmed he would remain in office despite pressure from the club members that he should resign. No munim say or Contiokwa. Albert Vicente, who was then the vice president, would have upgraded to the president. Now Ferran Soriano, Ababeye, the immediate vice president. When Laporta said, Debida, there is still work to be done on Barcelona. These 8 members of Mudingua, Albert Vicente, Ferran Soriano, Marc Ingler, Ivaris Mutura, Tony Rovira, Xavier Cambra, Claudia Vives Fierro, Josep Luis Villaseca, Josep Omudina Mabubo. Now, the 8 resigned at a go. That same season, Barcelona appointed Pep Guardiola, promoted him. Amid all this crisis, this is the man, Laporta, promoted Pep Guardiola, made Messi the main man, and sparked the beginning of remarkable success for Barcelona. You don't understand political decisions. Acquire Messi, Eddie Pieba, Ebiana Yama, Di Piaba. You don't stop a revolution. If it must happen, it will definitely happen. And we can see the level of growth Yamal has recorded. Laporta is not your perfect leader, but again, he is an effective leader in the world. Che Guevara, Fidel Castro, even Donald Trump, all the leaders in the world, including Yahya Kwame Nkrumah. But what happened? They left a legacy that is untainted. If this man loses the election and leaves, no matter what Xabi says, his legacy can never be affected. So allow Xabi to do his politics. But the boss yes we do nkoma. Yebe into unnim se Xabi Victor Font Nipa.
Yeah.
So don't discuss Xabi as a legend. Discuss him now as a politician. Again, the technical direction of this club. You build the blocks. Ronald Koeman was sacrificed for Sergi Barbuan. Sergi Barbuan. And Sana Xabi Eba. You built to a stage. Now you have a consistent level of success. As it stands, Barcelona are favored to do a back-to-back La Liga title win. Tell me the last time they won the La Liga consecutively. You built on success. Under Hansi Flick, every Barca fan, unless they say, Akoko Sachra Kuma Senkre and Yenefene, Bekacho say, oh, who progress be our Hansi Flick team name. Chairman, Monte politics na sense Laporta Muni Omo Spain. Munyabotre. What Xabi did, he spoke his truth. But then again, Okwa him fear, nye debian ye kanokre. And that is what he has done. And that makes him a bad legend. But it makes him a good politician. And one know.
ɔsɛ Barca ɔde ɔma bi mu ɔsɛ
different times
no
he will come
no ɔsɛ Barcelona ɔde ɔma bi mu
no he will come
ɔno aso wɔn san me coach Barca bi
but then again even in this
ɔma bi mu tu na ɔtoto no bomb no
different types of
when Laporta left 2010 Laporta ja hokoe no it paved the way for Sandro Rosell to come on board. And then the baby started these corrupt practices now. And the issues by Sandro Rosell, Neymar transfer Niska. Rosell Jawa Koya Chinatum no. Then Ojema a Newton down for you. Joseph Maria Bartomeu. Leadership and that forms how.
We say not fun to know. Where Bartomeu in disguise. Oh no, make this
and that forms how. Me say leadership. And that forms her. But again, away from that, I'm saying,
maybe 2 minutes be.
Christian Kivu is building. Let me tell you a story. I may drive it.
Yeah.
But Inter on far way into so the favorites to win the leagues in the top 5.
Okay. Well, Sharak, my favorite for leagues no top 5 no.
1 hour story. I say England no Pep say Arsenal for any.
Oh, say they were monsem. Yeah.
La Liga no Barcelona a favorite. Bayern there Bundesliga or Majeri Akada ebe ye de be show munsem. Inter was 7-point lead over AC. PSG no kokwasa ni na still they will win. But it comes to Inter and what Kivu is doing. Metimiaka say coaches omo da so ni na no. Obi enu wa na dwuma eye shake to say Kivu. Almost 7-point lead. They went on a 15-game winning run. But then AC. Before they went on that 15-game winning run, it was AC Milan and Sheno. There was also stopping that 15 winning run. AC Milan. Okay. So on my the statistics of Kivu, the Inter Milan versus the traditional top 4 in the Serie A.
Okay, so Kivu versus traditional top 4.
That was Serie A. Now,
league anymore.
Out of an available 18 points, and that screen is no. We're really saying
4.
Good. Washeba Kope, and that was a win against a 10-man Juventus. Osha Juventus 3-2 of here. It wasn't a dominant win. He's failed to keep a clean sheet in 6 matches against the traditional top 4 in the Serie A. So, yes, they are winning. They are on top of the Serie A. Nyankopon ya adom na abrewa yipima okwemu a ye the trophy ni be show munsem. But this is a coach who was not impressed in the big games. Intina omudi Diego Simeone hon komono. They need a team that is built with character. Yempe team wa ushia kese na no atiada. They say na sem cry the Bodo double header. Home and away. Bodo Glimt eche utau. And they outplayed you. Exactly. It is early days yet. It's a young team. But again, it's a young and inexperienced manager. And Senyoma to also say, not showed any competent manager with a certain pedigree become available. It becomes an issue for Christian Kivu to convince, say, the bad record way against the traditional top 4, no, it should be enough for Inter to trust him. Say he's the man to lead them into the future.
Okay, well, and the message is about YouTube or no. Well, we must say, Fancy, please. A gentleman that looks like a Pentecostal pastor is right. I don't know his name, but he's totally on point. Mike, a Pentecostal pastor, no.
Oko Presby. Presby,
okay, let's for us. Oh, nice.
Yeah, they are not bad as well. No, I didn't. Oh, they are colloquial.
That was a political talk. For new thing to make us 10 years.
10 years, skills. I say,
Asemna kumpa. Come over, but chance na quick. You may league because I knew say no baby of us fana Mike money mezia monso abamna. You won't say the besia call. Say new now sister na medium you 1 point square you.
Hey, your league you know. Once you caught 34 rounds. Now a 10. Last 4 no. Any decision making point.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, last 4 no because I know your body kind. But all the 4 it depends on who our team. But some of the teams in the last 4 no league. You know. For example, I say Go Stars. Last 4 no Go Stars in your league. You know. Dr. Ogum league no last 4 some do really won within the last 10 ne nyanko last 4 no but the be on follow weekend when we say oh go start Scottish or Winchi medium matchim then medium also fell at home I had dicey me say the Belgian league no yen decide here what is good for any of those competitors potential winners and say obe keep it pace you know tight the other first they keep you 1 point you know so go start say 1 point so that car obema 1 na aka one man in 2 a honest say but the we other first they don't celebrate it
whoa
and they raho pa
mate Kapo
fancy
una odi anymore na
yes there in KFC from the last time the boss manager yeah omuni be din command so say area omude kakre so badeja
oh nice
omo sign a day a brainty ne nantia no okay esa adoye mu manager
to you say na obekasa ma no
oh we dey me ono a hanti esa obisa mama ne neja
open any bread na quick na
Wontumi.
I'm saying the last time they buy na mood pa we so sa
yeah
open say bibi I find it
oh bibi aboko
una na we
obeka last nominee me boss back over
yes
boga takufi friend boga ye buy no ye dey bibi nice bi buy no ye friend wild deal mo angasa mo hu na mo ni age pa nti se adisi no ye sande bibi aba and the chair wild deal no cry I friend Monday madness ni boy fufu kita 60 cedis when you chicken 5 first night turn 125 but Monday bia when you know 60 cedis per to our KFC we are for the street
that's right
young guys no if no to unya kalabio one sign up so the question
drive through and that's what they do inside
and I hope coded location cry ba ko bi okokoben anima kokoben for the cool obia hu baby a o share ntimi wa wi are there me bra mo lunch sports ni dey tie pa
and I say you branch bay
me na me area manager
okay area manager okay nice ampa ay man nyana manager wan kasa otutu na beneze Kapo de o se na mo na ba dia na se o e dasen so ya so Mondays bia dem say
Mondays bia okay ai tina wa ono so from Tuesdays open wa ono so still
okay
yeah tompa
right ne area manager be dance pi but I'm so microphone na front no I'm so more help I'll be hala mo na
oh boga dey as our friend Mrs. Sia me hala boga
that's right
any head office for ni na marketing team no na Kumasi KFC for managers ni na be kwai ahojo run about kokoben omunyi na asokore mampon e bie new one bi o enche nti bibia obefe bia obenya KFC Naija up Monday madness ni be
Mate manager you better ask once again yes Kapo
fancy dia ya no them say you better ask said ye waka na yenrem na afia nto aso ne yembo nkomo kaka Ghana league ne de say ya enim bebia ayo table no so modi hu nkoma me o sere sitie anopa no so ye ma mo results and afia sere situation is sitie na has game no yenrem na afia ni nkomo ho ana emu ye hye o ne Basaka Oli Stars so UG Stadium obi a entimi anfa bo anto no yonko atena ho ana brantia ye friend say ne Benjamin Asare wajini din obo no okutamu obo no ye na enuema nso ekokama edemane ye pa ho na after say game no eba na wie no coaches no ensem kakra etudwa na coach ayefreno Masoud Didi Dramani after say ono enso draw game no ensem kakra etudwa ye betie coach Masoud Didi Dramani nkoma wode mai because game no name more than drawing against Basaka Oli Stars yentie kakra coach etudwa coach Masoud Didi Dramani and anyway etudwa na o yesere enuama enso esiti a red card Kevin Osesi be edi o game no affected team na no so okaside kakra to just said the red card no and so esi buy o game no team say Kevin boy ya o yi no na manfo gidi say boy we kran shada anya red but coach and so kasai e chim kakra ibeti Didi on Kevin Osesi be in red card. Nkɔmɛ ba na has supporters na no pano ye de senior no for no mpanimfo no mo support has ne ba na nkra no so ewo message bi de ma players no say said them ball no sitie no nkra nketenkete omu so omu ba be gina wiem eto nwum saa 90 minutes na man hye go a omu ma bie mo enti has mauli wayu enimo amaka we message ankrai Edi Mamamune Shaban and a Chuchin Komo in Tikaka.
4 matches at home. Heartful are yet to win. I'm sure you are not happy.
Please, yes. If they did not win their next 3 matches or 4 matches, we won't come again. We don't like the draw or from when they win against Kotoko, the rest draw, lose. We don't like that scores.
So you people are telling Heartful players that you don't like draw.
Not come here again. We will sing 90 minutes. We will not get anything. No, only goal, only goal. We will not get any goal. So when they do that, we will not come again.
That's what you are saying.
Please, yes.
Are you telling the players?
Yes.
Especially you.
Hamza is our striker and Mauluwayo.
That they should score.
Yes.
So the next game, if they don't score, you will not come.
We won't come. There are 2 home matches. We won't come. So if they do not score, we will not come.
It looks like you people are very worried.
Yes.
Everybody is worried.
Yes.
And that if you come and the team don't score, you don't feel happy.
No. We want the match we played against 11 Wonders 3-0. We want it to be going on 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 1-0, 2-0. If only one draw, we like it.
What's your final message to
that? Anna Ocheche name says seed old seed no and krano omo ewo opepa has ho pa say omo esha ombeba support o man share dey no ano no omo eba be dey na has supporters no ohwe RCC PR o say UG or no move free or among Sango Accra Sports Stadium say University of Ghana Lagos no go back to Accra Sports Stadium. Omukwa Ojide say win no enso beba intake Accra if you deba.
Just 3 matches then we came here.
We played 5.
We played 5 matches, but you can see that some of the matches we were able to win. Meaning that
we won just one.
Yeah, we won just one. That shows that all is not well though. But I believe they could have done something for us to stay in our home grounds. That is where the spirit of football.
University of Ghana is not your home.
University of Ghana is where we play our home matches now, but where the spirit of Accra focus Accra Sports Stadium.
So you want to go back?
So I'm calling for the agenda for us to go back to Accra Sports Stadium.
You want to go back to Accra?
We want to go back to Accra Sports.
Is it because you are not winning?
It's not because we are not winning. I believe that a Ghana will say I can in the and Accra Sports Stadium has been where Accra focus moja ewo. And I believe irrespective the Akos or Obiano, we can win our own matches.
So we should go back.
Let's go back to Accra Sports Stadium.
You want to go back?
Albert or no and agree to Accra RCC no where PR and they are to just say baby Accra and the house of Vogo Moja wono esamoko na afi moko di djuma ho kotokonso kotehwe mo ne Karela go no yenya highlights ni ye e ho man twa match ne mom ye hu se de go no siko yenya bi ma no pa no ye yi a chewa we goalkeeper ni pie na players too e post no ma na they have opportunity to defend but ni nyina mo no wo ma ball no eto net e ma kotoko elusu game no e ho e ma hadwe pa na Harry enso enya red card was a game no e ma ye pon game no cry ya pon wi Mohamed Kamara goalkeeper no so kokoshin referee no so yaman red card e game no tie no enkoma e free kotoko game no e ba na Hamza Obey ono ana oye ye kan say assistant coach edema team na after say enra woman team an win game na Hamza the see second half no wakasa e dey afa ho wo mu plan no di remu anya adwuma yentie kakra okaye on second half plan no di remu and work yentie coach no.
Looking at the second half, especially when we were down by 1, I mean, on our left side of defense, you see that they give an overload there, of which we knew what they were going, their plan. So we to strategize on how to, overcome them, not to concede at that end, and also we wanted to use that opportunity to, equalize and then add up another goal. Of which, unfortunately for us, the plan couldn't work, especially to get goal. But how to, maintain our shape and keep our structure in the second half, it works perfectly for us. We need to go back and then.
Hamza Obin on approach after the red card. Harry Ansu Edi red card na. Omuda former Kabako and also saying and Omuremu with the game and also tactical Hamza Ekasai in Tikakra or Cafe and so.
I think since we were down by 1, we need not to open up. We need to, block the middle. There should be a central close always so that they can play from the width. And while they play from the width, you see them giving a long balls, of which that one will depend on our goalkeeper. That was the plan, and it worked perfectly for us inside the second half. You could see we blocked the middle, and then they were using the wide spaces, of which they were giving out a lot of pull out or crosses, of which the goalkeeper too was able to grab the balls, and then he was sending one-on-one balls. Fortunately for us, we couldn't.
Hey, Coach Hamza, and anyway, at Tujane, so he said, "And you're missing corner, and you're more a day, Coach Echechema, na Muhesetia, Mediama, Eufie, na Omukofa Grace Ashi, Manabe born Yumina, Maumu, na in himself 3 points, ever Kodiamo this week, and Omoya. Amfa Emma Omo Enso Elusu game no mu game no hwe said the new man so siko ya hohoifo no na amanfo nim say game we pad and kese media ma for 3 points no mum and man ko Felix Chey goalkeeper penalty by na Ghana for bebre so omo tia say goalkeeper no na ebegina ball no a obo kobo ball no say no sa na strikers enso ejina ma esenka fancy who league age pad ya who match in big games here striker obetimi ahye goal ama wa goalkeeper amejina penalty ho mbabo ntontwene
ho boss ene da
no de wo mu de but
wo mo nim penalty bopa defenders ni goalkeepers
almost no crepa but sub penalty na wo boss ene de
penalty you go for so no hitting woodwork ene buy
was ni mo mere
ebo post no ne buy
ni mo mere
ebo inside post anka nkeshe the ball just roll. You bana we. Shaman Cynthia Shankan and Kiabona Basso.
Give me a 2-1. I like to be.
Oh, yeah, the enemy, Georgino, the enemy.
Yeah, by fan alpha. Okay, and see how for them dear my phone or if I take 3 points or more echo manim na Adrian so about more day na
as was happening just
Adrian about more day take 3 points na Abranche Patrick Mensah and in your man of the match okay no Adrian star so more a boy Patrick and so the to just say prepare well for the game or no and in your man of the match after the game or in some kakra and so to ready a bit Patrick kakra what did you do after the game?
And that game no na were determined say at all costs there was a winning match because Besha near Buhuma to so abra intimi enya win. Intina and then determination and a dream in say there was say at all costs a winning match.
Now Minisana Yabo game the brave fear and I'm waiting. Say I get you over the line. I win the game that you
table no young farmer Ghana for the said league table this year. Mediama for 46 points. Omonidika after 25 matches. Good difference near 16. Gold Stars 45. Wamotosumi Adriana 41. Hearts of Folk Hearts of Folk 41. Okay, Kotoko 39 points. Karela is almost so Froba pa 38 points. And Samates here 37. And a Vision 34. Sanity. I see on the day. We said the New Mexico 11 wonders. Omo 1 days was your Omo 9 points. Omunya Bium Omodaso. And I see on Breakup Chelsea for 28. And I saw the All Blacks 28. 30 points. ABH United Young Apostles were 30. Nessa all for so any 30 or more a day. And I see on Nessa. I see all for no so Omo a cash so pa.
Nessa could be 9 matches.
Yes, na league no.
So we are about 34 games.
About 25. Wow. Yeah.
Brekum Chelsea 11 wonders there. So the idea.
On your quarter dada. On the idea Wontumi ma. If you're there in the 9 points.
And obey winning the 9 matches how can you now?
Okay, this is
say league this is only about 42 go 42 points barrier no.
Yeah.
Say Graham says how can anymore. Some pija.
We need the
so draw All Blacks. Brekum Chelsea. Hey. Samuel
Boadu this is in the Enuama form.
Omo da wo top no Young Apostles Hoho United Dreams Holy Stars Lions
any easy ti half one here almost so also be ship papa 30-34 no but ya to me
they say table we say baby that say just 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago na Dreams e ka ase ofo no
just some
about 4 fixtures be and then na you Dreams afi ho na oda menem ho bi Apostles na oda menem ho bechem na oda ho na Brekum ni ho na so adro ni ho se 2 akora form ho this weekend way I don't go around menim 2 brekum and as wedru you go last weekend no me no ni e form obi bechem no hwe and apostles so no so is on be no ko yi brekum afiri o na brekum Chelsea die me nya so meko yeah and now share there
say board okay kan ho
onum say couple 28 from brekum Chelsea no obesanya 28 from swedru no but 30 at hohoi South 34 nyina betumi akọ
yes
31 33 33 34 for nyina so betumi akọ
go one win ebe pija Chelsea the number be 13th
yeah oh dia na kwakoye no etibege nations dade ba nyina mutikeka 2 losses either in or out and run away. But yeah, I can see where say so me rap story sim. Say couple agile coin there. Media man go stars. If somebody thinks that league no more lose game be man no more drop points be man, then that person be when you near free league no so kakra and I won't follow the name come. League ni nyanya decided. Go stars e be say swinti foforo anymore. Media man be say swinti foforo anymore. This has been the nature of our league, you know. In the last couple of seasons, o check winners ni nyina no a it has almost been like a very balanced squad and Omodiji League, you know. Apart from the squad, no crana make us say the element of balance. No, yaw. Me say, as I say, we say some level of strength be in both ends. Either so obo fear, obo away. As I say, some level of strength be. Samatas Agile League, you know, they had about 85% of points garnered that season, you know, at home. At home, about 85% of the points on the G League, no, it has been a culture of our league, you know. Go stars check it why they are second, check it Mediama why they are second. Even check Adriana has a folk the only club top 4 now a woman, and any home form and would in our way. So surprising. And to sound the Kototo, Greater Accra Advert, a seminar or can one, a yakoya say, has a quite aware of the more points. Essence of both. Why? As to that, why nobody answer but that has been the case. Has for top 4 now or woman, they are waiting on them. Adriana, go stars media, no, a your home performance in here. Now, me break your day further down, Kakra. In the last best 6-7 winners, and I know more league women. It will be another one dimensional Kakoji League. I say, media me goalkeeper near strong or a tough. Or a powerful, much rather me solid, and untino me kwakwaji league no. It is never the case we league mo. And so when you a good goalkeeper or droba caught the entirety of the season. Or full on my so when you deputy be or strong. And so when you a very good method, a well-oiled rotation. In the final third, you shouldn't have the top scorer before you can win the league. But as I say, we have multiple goal getters, especially in the final third war. Multiple goal getters means and their fans in your tour or China as I come in your 2 goals. The following day, as I say, or be in your 2 goals. We've been here among the top scorer, Brekum Chelsea and Giligino, Pachos Okai. We've been here, Bednego Tete, Waji top scorer, Go Stars and Giligino, Pachos Okai. We've been here. Ebenezer Aban of Heart of Lions. When you double digit as a centre back and you're a club on the DG League, you know. My whole opinion is say it's so defense method and any attack and a year juma. No to me GBB. Second the method on Kwan GBB dia and come the OG League we ache. But a dear Hamid the man a year the final third you know goal producers you know. Omusa who are the scorers? Look. No people say hey, na goalkeeper could penalty ho and I know about born at the end there. Ow. E fa there you born about super. E fa okoye there ho. And I know club keeper Alison Becker okopin ball to we. Na club born about so. Keeper ben na no pin ball to and che bia one keeper bia should go.
I buying Benfica and Madrid. Benfica goalkeeper no. Yeah. E fa we say this. Am papa I say coach why selection we. Se game no question now ball body coach we me do nyame ba no me yaka ho. But I'm funny sadia and your form won't see from home. Fellas Che Mubarak center back on the board medium penalty. Was said the last 2. Was said both to go. They are still looking for another penalty taker and a goalkeeper. So the last 3 penalties for medium, you know about to go.
Center back nabo mienu and goalkeeper nabo back. Now the pressure will be moved onto the next person. So I attack away whoever because on established penalty taker for the club. Center back Mubarak and Abana we didn't do so. What I'm trying to put across and say, Salim Madam dear way back, men in the war boise will grow a game but leading Mediama in a championship season and in Fisusa. Derek Fordjo my the form now you name Derek Fordjo. Derek knows this. And yes, our form no be. And who are the attackers for Mediama? Kingsley Bry, Mama Diamane attack for pressure and so. They have a real potential striker in their midst. But omonfa kwana from between afa so agile league no. Na kasa the bed ni nyina e kwa to Kingsley so dia no you are doomed. Or the bed ni ko to Salim Adam so you are doomed. No, yo, this is a reality. Salam, ono na make say oya striker feel was but it's not grown to that level every day. Consistency in terms of goal scoring. Kingsley Bry had a hat-trick in the FA Cup. If you know, we nyana said you open him sporadically. It told me about go back but the time you be drew. But be a medium I so dominant. A new opponent be ball feel or more field no so I defense and more midfield no. And my catcher say midfield no Fuzi Taylor are very good. Manuel Mante are very good. God knows Japasu, Prince Owusu, Prince a couple blaster. How can you tell me something to me more in local league no? So midfield they are perfect. Even in a season a more ball munu so much league no crano. Omanya the capacity so much me I replace omo right back on my tongue. Kamaradin, one of the best players of our league. So many man home popo, baby and home popo, the goals are not flowing. The fluency of the goals, are dry and say, eho and our seminal. Now, Gold Stars, dear. So Gold Stars bet me at the league in the free media man somewhere. They would really have to be strategic. Yeah. Brony Bana last person of the league you Kruma say. I bet me the Jansoria Cassim. I'm Rafun Giligo, you crum highway. So, Wasumba said, so Wasumba said, Tenno Creno. Brunin Gilig, oh, you crum highway. He has to do whatever he can about Bois Club. No? Club and I recruitment will bring a total young players or league room. I put it up a very formidable squad that can go for 3-4 seasons. And to the Brunin, you say, or but design a well designed technical template for the side. No, we are our shares, so which may be the account, but we need the league.
Hans van der Plume. I Brukum Chelsea.
Good.
You did 2010-11 season. I saw pay information. Why are there powers? Hans, it's been a long time. So, y'all, Sagos has budget league. No, I'm going to Emma Brunin and Quan. I don't want to win the league. No, see what I said. Do you Americano? Bruni can't win the league, no. I didn't know it me. Until me busa say, when was the last time a Bruni Babaji league Kuma? How has the pattern been?
You obey the face as portrait.
So we wait to see. But the minimum knowledge of the league, you know, say.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And a Bruni be the other convince me so bet me league, you know. Obasha ask for Kofi no Kotiasha young apostles here. You are not serious.
I think this league, the level of inconsistencies among the teams in Inano, it chafa baby. Mediama. Almost 17 games, no be intimation, motel sendation FC. Ebe share omono. What they are not to chair. And I expect to say we did the last 4 or 5 games, so be our pray for league in a day. Yow. Kabit ma pick certain points. But the last 4 games, media man to me we need back okra. Unse about draw me and sa elusu bako. Adriana Stars. Okwa we are not.
We media man make be ka crash before me.
Okwa we are not akoshe. But betina fie ne ho United board rules or we akoshe no. Shomo mudi media machino.
Adriana so attacker assembly no so man I would have to treat that later. Okoka no we are me test as a man from attacker. Let me hear on one. The skills he gave and Thomas Muda. Nata or say I find Adriana a put his squad and look together. Minim some what is as no defender say I find them put his squad not together and with time they will gel and no start to pay for me. No say no atta. You might have it wrong because your league now your boom Kruma say no. You can't put up a squad that can go for 5 solid seasons without depletion. The maximum duration time in terms of maturity for all the clubs because I will structure a squad, a winning squad be out. What club was why 2.5 seasons, 2.5 years. Ultimately, quite free that you can check from some who has spoken. Age, new coach beba, And Mammy and so, oh, my back home with the two that account. Apart from a mobile corner, there will be a new coach, and then the factor of age a bit depleted squad. No? 2.5 seasons, Okobro so out ye. So, if you want to put a squad together for 1 year, now it's a that's not how you're supposed to go. But I need a different topic for another day. I'm a person. Now, on the issue of media statistics, I think they are burning out. Now, yeah.
Can you say someone picky at the wrong time of the league season?
And I'm making a burn out. And I'm making a burn out. So there's a way to go around that junction. There's a way. Anytime I can say, you need to be very strategic, because your best players are available still. Why we have a change draw? Now I mean, hohoi. Next time hohoi is small to whatever. You bought 18 club league. It will be IOBR. But hohoi is saying it's because of hohoi, especially at home. No, it shouldn't happen. Opposite league in India. So I agree with you. There could be a burnout moment for media. It doesn't mean you will not go. Pep Guardiola, my country, and I know how they'll be burning out. But 3 years then you can resurface and come back. Yeah. So I think Coach Tanko, open league in India. There are certain 1 or 2 ways be a surgeon. Now for Gold Stars here, so Brody don't quite catch a Belgian league in India. The catcher is a bound to league. It's a question to see from.
Mr. Bray, not my Michael
Shadrach. Can't see of Felix remark. I think say quite worrying kakra for Heart to Folk. And I'll Mickey Junior. Your guy our report to African in your maybe no. Etro clubs are under ban. Africa has a players. Then Heart to Folk could and a Felix remark be quoted with FIFA registration bans. It was our highlighted Heart to Folk diano. It was our Heart to Folk a ban no registration ban started 21st August 2025, which is last year. It lasted for 3 registration periods. Meaning it's August, no. January year
summer.
And summer was so. Tiometma sign player just next year
January. Yeah.
Then it brings me into why I will believe anything the supporters of House of Folk be more drain say. Club and the results be omunya no. Emi so omunya ready say and I said omusu they are comfortable with what they are doing because omuntimi nko Africa man nye, which is true. Because as a ban run it to ebia August now bit man sign player January. Meaning he say Ubabo the first phase of the continental competition if you should win the league or win any other competition, home and away, and son a group stage, you know, they are going January 1 day. Players Ben Adio Mokobo. It's really worrying for Heart of Folk. Really worrying. Omutim no car how much no pa ya almost a ding. So House of Folk in league in this Ambria Kenya Mewawa. There were 3 crucial games be omu lose points say Yemewawa papa. Brekum Chelsea game no mubo goalless no. Enra game no mubo goalless no. Then omuni Bechem United almost akobo goalless. Fie. Ka the stretch a House of Folk nam so no ka samri ka 2 points. Komu lidi mediama. Komu ben omu kra no mu lidi kra komu ben. Yaw. And House of Folk team no had a big opportunity to win the league this year, but due to a Newman kete administratively ya deka ya neka ya kofa coach aba ya jane kwan ya twa ne ka House of Folk league we ka ben peche. Yaw. If House of Folk had the attack of Kumasa and Tekotoko, colleague no combeje. Huh? Me see if House of Folk had the attack of Kotoko, colleague no combeje. Akakotoko sunya House of Folk defense ah. Komusu league no
attack na way. On what that say?
Oh yaw. Oh yaw. Ya na betamu ane.
Kono that say?
Oh, say I was in America say if House of Folk had the attack, so Kotokoso mu weakness. Na me say Sanga Kotokoso has defense in Libya. Ni on moment food na ekuto mo no. Abdul Karim mu bo no mo bo no.
Sto muntimi monche.
What I say Abdul Karim mu. Na say House of Folk had dey yaw. The problem has always been their front line. Their problem has always been their front line.
And then kwada na ka che ma oluwa oni Hamza Isa mo say man share mo next your master.
The problem has ya omochiro na no one who says Anabenjamin Asare say.
Yeah, actually solid.
HOS Ali Muhammad consistency or say SB
Ali SB partnership
Abdul Karim omo game this season baba your problem ni na bo no kodu ani mo no House of Folk hunu do the ball here. What I say but I think they had an opportunity but for Mediama you see I don't know how United are in this season no. Yeah, you bet my kasoma ko share Mediama we be say fluke but let's not forget Tobacco Nations have 4 points. Omako Bechema kofa points away. Ya omako aduana kofa points. Oma sa batafa. Oma hwe ni ya league no. So oma amfa sa points na. Oma so be but league ni interesting ba.
Mike Bray.
Fancy but I say league no home common way. I agree with Akomia to understand what he says. I think House of Folk and Kotoko, the issue of management, Eddie Omunyapa this season. Kotoko, for instance, management decisions affect your chances of winning the league. Before we come to coaching and the players, I think the whole decision to sell out Betamwa at that crucial time was not the best. The players returned, but and now Betamwa no free hakwa and was answer back no. It's a Juma woman somewhere, and then the momentum, the rhythm, everything has been affected. This was a management decision that has not paid off. Yep, Amwa plus the coaching and then the playing body. This is one of the open title races I mean Ghana Premier League name. But I think has Kotoko have been inconsistent. In some cases they've been very average. And the day they diabano. And strangely, on a match week where Mediama drop points, Gold Stars on also didn't just drop a point. So it tells you something. But I think Mediama will feel very disappointed. So many teams capitalize and show United. Oh, is a team on form. So in the last 5 matches, say so as a form guide, we're winning 3 or 2 and our drawback. They've lost just 1 of their last 5 matches. Or they compare Mediama form guide. Now Mediama's own very disturbing without a win in their last 5. So clearly points towards the fact that in the near brace of a so BB. A person or colleague. Yeah. We're losing just 1 of their last 5 matches. And if you are looking at a form guide, especially for away performances, United, you're the 7th ranked team of the Ghana Premier League team. 7. When you have 10 points in away games, we need to draw 6. So we need to draw 4. In 6 of the 12 away matches, they have not lost. They've lost 6 away games. But we need 2, including the Mediama one, and we draw 4.
Wontumi.
So when they play away, for most of the diagram, they can become banana peels for you. And I think media must spend a lot of opportunities to take advantage. But the Emmanuel Anogo no share on Friday for Nations FC against Bechem. Stunner, a former Bechem player. The occasion called for it. He didn't come out about some of the stunning goals in the Premier League. I was here the Anogo in this account. It deserves to feature in there. The conviction, the strike, and the precision. BBS is also on point. And he's one of the players for this season. The only issue here, the level of consistency. He started well. At a point in time, went outside for a stint and was answered back. That hiccup affected the chances of making the Black Stars list. But it was a stunning goal, a beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. And just like he started the season under Kasim Mengo, he looks like he's taking off under Frimpong Manso, and it is bringing positive results. In fact, Nations FC might not win the league. They might not even make the top 4. But their Frimpong Manso, it evokes memories of how a season with Gold Stars before starting anew a different season to win it last time. Okoho na season then he salvaged their position. Nations na nyoma nkoyi. At a point in time, they were tipped to be one of the 4 front runners for the Premier League title. No, omul pesi out cry. Then Yasaki Kasim Mengo and then Johnson Smith. Anna Frimpong Manso Akusum. What I see him doing is he's trying to sharpen their rough edges. He's trying to build a certain foundation. Next season, so your players need become one. No, I build you on that, and it's the same template to use with Vivienne Gold Stars that brought him success. So, Nations FC might not challenge and win this season, but Monfa and Ninko for next season. As same way Amakano, or their trotto. Next season, you will see the kind of form and the kind of team a Nations FC have performance and I only hope and pray Senyoma and so bet me a media more. But it wasn't really an exciting Premier League weekend. A lot of headlines. Ediana almost drop a points and they drew. Gold Stars drop a point. Bidiema drop a point. So atop the Premier League table, we top 5 teams now. None of them won their match, and I don't think it made it exciting.
Whoa, Mike, me that say, my memory na fi Supremo na na ometo afana. Yeni di common na fi any easy waterproof paint. Easy na boko there.
Open case the fancy Oba Juma Nyamisha.
Easy.
Oba Juma pa Asante Maida wase.
I say the one say mo na mo paint am for